And we're live.
Okay.
Bam.
All right, we're doing this. We're just going live.
We're doing
All
it.
right.
Oh,
I'm gonna put in a headphone.
this is kind of.
Are any of you going to the gym appreciation
How's that?
day thing?
Yeah. When is that?
You're going? I'm going the 13th of May.
I
It's
didn't sign up
doable.
for it, but
Just,
I won't even be here.
And you're in my ear. There we go. Say something else.
You have to email them. Email
Um,
them
I
and
can
tell them that you don't.
hear
He
Well,
said
then
they
I've already
do it
conversation.
automatically.
Ah, messed up. Let me see.
And he said if you
If I
email
can
him
make
and
it
tell
do
him that
my
refund you.
Well, I
Yeah.
got an email
audio.
that like it was gonna automatically. I need.
That should have worked. There we go.
That's better.
Give this a
Yeah.
shot.
A little
Yeah,
better.
now it's
Now,
excellent.
maybe.
I mean, a little bit. These headphones are really sensitive.
Okay.
But yeah, Steve's supposed to be in here. Oh, there he goes. I'm gonna let him in. I'm gonna hop out, and then I'm gonna hop back in. There's Steve. They're getting drunk, Steve. You should get a beer.
And he refunded them.
You should get a beer, Steve.
Oh, do I need one?
No.
You should. Yeah, you should.
Isn't it
There you
National
go.
Beer Day?
Is it?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Is it?
I think so.
It's national. Oh, it's National Beer Day. I could have picked that up, man. It is.
All right.
What is he up to today?
He said he's getting to the house right now, but apparently they were just drinking after the gym.
When Ken has responsibilities and he forgets that he has responsibilities, it's just kind of like goes like this.
Hey man, that's why
then
we got the responsible dad in the house. You know what I'm saying?
But then when he tells me that we have responsibilities, if it goes over my head, I hear about it.
Sounds like a toxic relationship.
Uh,
Well, he's smarter than I am on most accounts, so I give him the credit. But sometimes I'm just forgetful. Like tonight, I was definitely forgetful. But that's because we're busy here. So, what's up with you guys? How are you guys doing?
Good. Had a
Yeah, man.
full day of training, and now I'm ready to talk about TV.
TV.
Yeah.
What was you were talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna do some We're gonna talk TV. We're gonna talk maybe some trash TV, and maybe a little bit of
I thought we
CrossFit
were
as
like-
well.
I thought we might talk about something completely different, but
And we can
Well,
talk about whatever
what do
you want.
What do you want to talk about?
you know what I want to talk about is always different than what Ken wants to talk about. Mainly because I'll talk about anything. Last night, I don't know if you guys saw that catastrophe of an episode that I got in like 30 minutes late, but Ken did this whole conversation with the gentleman Victor.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
From the CBD company, and I think I came in and we immediately started talking about String Theory, the movie with what is it called? It's with Matthew McConaughey where he's out in deep space,
hmm
and we started getting on Chat GPT, asking it bringing questions.
Oh my god.
So you can see where sometimes my mind goes, and that's where I'll end up talking about for a while. But Ken, on the other hand, he's set up these last like 3 podcasts, and I know him. He'll set up like a line of questioning, and then I'll ask him like, "Hey, who are we talking to today?" And he'll be like, "Oh no, don't worry, it's these people from this and this and this," and I'm like, "Did you forget to put me on any of those conversations?" So then I come in and I'm the comedic relief. So,
Oh man.
and my wife thinks that's funny that I think I'm funny. So at least he's at the house. I mean, he can't drink and get too far away from his responsibilities.
No, he said he's going over there to the house now.
Before he locks himself out of the house, for all we know.
Oh, boy.
Or his dog locked him out of the house, which you guys met his dog? Have you guys ever seen that dog?
Like once, right? The big chocolate lab or something like that.
She's a German short hair pointer. Well, that's what my wife tells me, and she knows dogs.
It's a big dog, right? 80 to 100 pounds, something like that.
But she's a pretty good sized dog. I mean, my lab is 80 pounds, but my lab is fat. Ooh, you have a cat.
Yeah.
What's
This
his kitty's
is-
name?
This is Fred. Fred, say hi.
Fred? Is that an
Oh my
orange
god,
tab-
the eyes.
Is that a tabby cat?
I don't really know. I adopted him. He has
He's
a brother
orange
named
with
George.
white stripes. He's got big green eyes.
He has a brother named George, but George is too fat to jump on my lap.
George and Fred. Those are good names for cats.
Is that like the Weasleys?
Yeah,
twins?
because they're
Yeah.
both gingers.
Are you guys fans of Harry Potter?
I
So
say so.
Uh-oh.
I liked Harry Potter, and like the books came out when I was in like middle school and high school, so it was like the perfect time for me to be reading it. But for some reason, with the books and the movies, I stopped halfway through 5 and I could never get back into it.
Vic?
I mean, listen, man, I read all the books, but again, like
Read
the books came out. The books came out like when I was actually a little bit younger. So I don't
Mhm.
know if I would have actually read the Harry Potter books when I was like if I had to start like in high school or middle school. I started like in elementary school reading them.
Hmm.
So, like when you're pot committed, you're like, I gotta finish it. Like I gotta do it. Like so 6 and 7 came out and I was already getting to the age of like, hey man, like I get it. Wands, yeah, whatever. They're on broomsticks and stuff. And like part of me is getting old enough to be like, I feel like this
How
is a
far do
little
I have to delay the whole like side of my brain that's like, this isn't real.
yeah. Is it yeah. And so I'm like, you know
Over
what?
there has no nose and we don't say his name.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, like it's cool and like it's one of those series that I think a lot of kids should enjoy, but enjoy it as a kid.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, hey man, you want to play Quidditch as an adult, it's all you. That's all you. That is all you. But I've seen these kids play.
That's what we call him.
I've seen these kids play, and the golden snitch is usually like a sock with something in it, and it's usually put in someone's like back pants, and that person runs around. What?
That's what you call an anal bead.
Well, surprises are surprises.
It comes
yeah,
out golden color. That's ironic.
Gives a whole new meaning to
It's
Quidditch.
even more ironic that didn't he catch it with his mouth in one of those movies?
Something like that.
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. I didn't want to take it that deep, but here we are.
Well, that's
So I'm not gonna lie, I had never listened to you guys' podcast before, but when
probably
Victor,
have to roll again after this.
so when
If
Victor
Ken doesn't
asked me,
think it's we're gonna go down some rabbit holes.
when Vic asked me if I wanted to come on, I was like, "Oh, I should check it out." And I listened to the episode that you guys did with Travis Bellinghausen from Vindicate,
Mhm.
and I was like, I just need to see like kind of how they are. Like, is it like appropriate, inappropriate? Do they ride the line? And I watched that episode. I was like, all right, got it.
Depends on what line.
Ooh.
We're getting canceled tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
You should have listened to the first 3 episodes we did.
how about the episode that's no longer on?
Uh-oh.
But that wasn't because we did any risque.
No. There was a couple early ones that were just like the BS, and you're like, oh, we gotta take that down. Like we can't.
But that's only because certain people got appointed to certain positions in the military.
Yeah.
On the new team, that they were all like got their thumb up their ass, like I just don't want anybody else smelling my farts and thinking that they smell bad. You're not gonna fucking say it out loud.
I mean,
But yes, there were a couple of those where we undoubtedly said some shit that we probably shouldn't have.
no, but you guys have had some great ones. You guys have some really good episodes where you're actually getting a chance to really dig in and speak to some of the guests here that honestly, I don't think a lot of people even have a chance to like get on to their platform. So
Yeah, I think so far the guests that we had, I think I did a couple of shows where I was on paternity leave, and Ken missed a couple of those, but one of them we had on somebody who does like all the emceeing for a couple of events.
mhm.
And
Bella.
yeah, Bella.
Yeah.
You know Bella?
I know who she is, and I've seen her at events.
Okay, so again, when I'm on this show, just about anything goes. I don't hold my tongue. Bella, probably a nice girl. If I was friends with her, or I went to the gym with her, we'd probably be friends. She made me feel like this podcast wasn't big enough. If that makes sense to you, Vic. I'm like, there are some people who just they have no idea, or they like people don't know them because they can't get on certain podcasts.
Mhm.
I've also seen that she was on a couple of like I think she was on Make Quads Great Again podcast and a couple of other ones. CrossFit community, they're big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would consider her one of the most famous people in CrossFit.
Yeah, she does a really great job of handling her brand.
Yes.
And she
Yeah.
really has, she's got her, the thing is, it's easy to think that having your like shit together
Mhm.
is a given, but you'd be surprised
Yeah.
that when you're not that some people still end up getting gigs and doing stuff when they're completely disorganized. But
She seems
Bella,
very organized.
she's chop. She's got everything down to a T.
Yes. And I don't know if maybe that's what I don't want to say it was an attitude, but it was a demeanor. They're like the episode, like I had asked her prior to, I was like, hey, can I get some background on you? Can you tell me a couple of these extra things? And she was like, well, most people when I do these shows, they'll basically just scroll through my Instagram, my Twitter, and they'll get all the information they need. I was like, that was a text. That was just like behind the scenes. Like, hey, can you give me some extra things so I have things prepared? I can just roll right off the cuff with some of this stuff. And she was just kind of like, hey, guy, go find it for yourself.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're the
you
interviewer.
If you got time, that's one thing. But I felt like I was just trying to be like, hey, you've done BCS Classic. You've done, I know she was at one of the ones on the East Coast last year. Your name is reputable. You are being flown across the world. You're going to Dubai in a couple of weeks, and you're being paid not only for your trip, but you're being paid to do it. And so I was like, all right, I'm not paying you to be on the show, but if you want to be on the show, just give me some background information so I have everything I feel I need prepared.
All I can think of is just the
Now, if you
Austin
go back-
Powers. You're like, throw me a
watch
freaking
that-
bone.
if you watch that episode, I also was home with my son, who at the time was probably like 3 months old. Well, maybe 4. He's shitting his pants. He's crying. He's whining in the corner. I'm running back and forth. I think I changed 2 diapers. I had to pause her at one point to be like, hey, go ahead, give your answer. I'm going to go change this diaper real quick. I'll be right back. But by the end of it, I think I had sweat through my shirt and my pants. I believe I brought my son in the bathroom and I took a shower because I was just like, that, I need to relax from that. I had no idea why that got to that point. But to your original remark, like there are some people who come on the show and they understand like the gravity of being on shows. And there are other people that are like, it's a nice little cute thing you got going on. Good for you, man. And you're just, hey, I know that we have, I don't have my phone right next to me, but I know we have like something like under 1,000 followers or whatever. So it makes it absolutely minimal. But I remember Ken and I, after like the first 3 shows, we had like 150 downloads. And Ken is going off the rails in the text. Like, oh, dude, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. I'm going to get, I think he put like $50 into Instagram to try to boost the content. All of a sudden, we had like 2,000 people inquiring to our page. And a week later, it was right back down to like 105. I was like, well, you get them where you can. You win some, you lose some.
That's marketing for you.
Where are you at, Vic, that you got this background going on?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just uploaded one. It says a coffee shop. I'm in my house. Yeah.
Whom you call the coffee shop.
Yeah, the coffee shop. And I
Is
actually
your house really
decided,
that bad? You don't want us to see it?
Oh
Oh,
no, it's just I'm in the bedroom. Because I wanted to make sure to give Kim a little bit of space. She's out there doing some stuff for prepping for Easter. We're gonna have some people. We're gonna have
I wanted to give
her
her space
parents
so
over.
it made it look like he went somewhere.
Oh my god. Nah, she's out.
You
She's
can't
out
escape her,
prepping.
man.
What's up?
I said you can't escape her.
No, she's right there. Next room over.
Can you hand me my phone, Jeff? Oh, here.
You can't escape her either.
Anything I say on here that's stupid, I'll hear about in a second.
Oh yeah.
Weird.
You thought you were going to bed? Oh, we talking about this. So what was that? What was that remark about? Having to be.
Yeah, I made dinner. Okay, so Any remarks can be held until tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that one.
We're going to talk about that one.
Hey man, I'll look for
I
you on
have
the
a
milk
live
cartons.
studio audience. Okay, I have 2 dogs. I have a baby who gets flustered quickly. This isn't Full House where you get like the really good laughter in the background.
Yeah, you over here trying to say applause, and they're like, "Nah, son, you
Yeah.
got to come harder than that."
I started to notice that there's a lot of shows now that are trying to go back to like non-live studio audiences, or even some of the studio ones. Have you seen the remake of that '70s show yet?
That '90s
that
show.
90s show.
Well, yeah, that's the remake, but that's
Yeah. I saw some of it on Netflix. I need to get into it. It's just one of those shows where I was like, I used to love watching that '70s show, but it was never in sequence. It was always just it was on reruns. I was
random
never a
episodes,
person
random seasons.
exactly. I was like, where are we at? Are they together? Are they not together? Like, what's happening? And I'm like, half of the enjoyment of watching the show was trying to figure out what part of the series it was in. And I was like, and how many episodes are we going to get tonight? Are we going to do 3 or 4 episodes? Is it just one? Are they filling the space on TBS or whatever show?
Am I
Whatever.
getting to that point where I get the same commercial that everyone's seen at midnight? But you always knew what you were going to get with each one of those episodes. You get at least 1 or 2 exhibits of Red being an ass,
Getting angry.
Kitty
Yep.
gets 2 laughs, and Eric gets I don't know.
Eric either gets completely like worked over or he gets lucky. Somehow gets lucky where someone likes him or
Fez absolutely fucks up an entire like American concept.
only
to then come back with like a kick-ass fucking outfit, and everyone would be like, the fucking immigrant.
Oh my goodness, that was.
I watched it on Peacock now that I discovered that it's on Peacock. Which Peacock I think might have the best lineup of shows because it's got.
Peacock is legit.
Where are we going here? Are we doing this? Okay, we ranking best streaming services. Okay, we're gonna rank best streaming services because I mean honestly, they got us hooked on so many. We've got.
We're waiting for the black side of it's not all black and white, and he's fucking.
Hold on. We got it's Peacock. There's Hulu.
Okay, so why is it Peacock for you though?
I'm saying I'm stringing them out right now. I'm listing them right now. I'll give you some rankings in a little bit.
Hulu.
There's Peacock, Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus,
Apple TV,
Sling, which is like an amalgamation of like a couple of services.
I feel like Sling is like a TV service.
Sling came on my Roku, and I still don't understand what it is.
I very rarely use it, but it's good for when I need like background noise for our dog. Like if I just like leave the house for a couple hours, I leave the TV on. I'm one of those people, but we won't talk about that just yet. Talk about that later.
Do you leave it on for your dog?
What's that?
Does your dog?
Do you leave it on for your dog?
Yeah.
Does your dog have separation anxiety?
A little bit, yeah. He when he sees us get back into the house, he goes absolutely wild. And there's like a period of like 5 or 10 minutes. Sometimes if it's like a longer time, like he'll sit in the corner and just be like, "I can't believe you guys finally came back." But yeah. Oh, and then Amazon Prime is is one of the other ones that has.
To caveat off of what you just said.
Yeah.
My 2 dogs have separation anxiety from me, but not my wife. So if I leave the house, but she's on the couch, they'll still stand at the door and cry.
I wouldn't broadcast that too loudly where you're sitting because
I called him.
She calls me with them crying, and I'm just down the hallway. But they also know, the 2 of them know and understand the horn that goes off when I lock my car. And they know the double count that I do because I am egotistical and I always lock my car and hit the button 3 times.
Oh yeah, definitely. My little guy knows when I'm coming home because he hears Bad Bunny playing with the speakers and shit. Yeah. I'm like that. I come through in the quiet neighborhood, just
Get this man goddamn respect me one time. Come home with some reputable music.
I mean, sometimes Sometimes it's just some
You're
you know.
trash music. I'm sorry, Bad Bunny's never done anything bad to me. I've never listened to one of his songs.
No, I don't. He's a very popular Spanish artist that is honestly he's cornered the market. He's cornered the market. Like every time you hear, he's like the Spanish Drake.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that in the term of music.
Yeah, when Bad Bunny drops a song or an album, everyone's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. When Drake says he's gonna drop a song, everyone's same reaction. Oh my god, it's gonna happen.
Press 6 hours later.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
I don't think there's been one Drake album that people didn't immediately say like, "Oh, I'm super in my feels about this."
I think that's part of what's so fashionable or trendy for it, is because people want to say that they're in their feelings, so they listen to this music and
Everybody
then they.
wants a sick fade just like Drake and get it lined up, but then go home and cry. That's what I have a feeling that Drake's doing. He's just watching reruns of Degrassi when he gets shot in the back.
That was a really good. Okay,
By
so
the way,
that
that's
was.
one of the best episodes.
Is it because he got?
Because there was a school shooter, but also because the other kid, I'm pretty sure, gets stabbed in the back in the same episode.
He does get stabbed.
And that shit was low key worse because you knew that somebody was getting shot in school, or you knew that.
All the okay. So that was a show I watched religiously. Like it was a new episode coming out, and so all the trailers of what's gonna happen. That was probably the most amped up Degrassi Next Generation episode ever.
The actual title of that specific season.
Oh, I do.
I didn't start watching it until who's that chick from Vampire Diaries?
I don't know, but the fact that you watch Vampire Diaries, good for you. You gonna judge me about Degrassi Next Generation. You over here, Vampire Diaries.
It was only the Degrassi.
I love Twilight.
That one chick from Vampire Diaries, and I thought she was over the moon hot. And so I watched the one season, and I was like, everyone kept referring to the dude Jimmy in a wheelchair, and I was like, who the fuck is this crippled kid that everybody is talking about? Like he used to be the best athlete. And so eventually I went on YouTube and I was like, Jimmy gets shot. And it's fucking Drake getting shot. And
the fact that you type like a 70-year-old man, Jimmy gets shot.
But then it was like 5 seconds after Jimmy gets shot, they pan to the next scene where the kid's like about to get mugged at his car. And he gets stabbed in the back, but I didn't see that. So then I had to dig deeper into YouTube and like 2000.
And then before you know it, you haven't slept in 3 days. You've watched 6 seasons. That's how it works.
And then, of course, like if you look at any shooting in history, they all look like the dude who shot Jimmy. Or well, Drake. I shouldn't even use the word Jimmy.
No, Jimmy is appropriate. It's good to say Jimmy.
They even went into the aspect of him being wheelchair bound and how it like affected his natural life. And there's like the girl he was dating, like he couldn't get it up for her one time because she wanted to have sex. And he was like, I'm in a fucking wheelchair. Do you not understand how this fucking works?
That was on Degrassi?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I never watched it.
So listen, they covered a lot of topics. That was like the Canadian Seventh Heaven.
And I didn't know that was Canadian for the longest time.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of shows that cover a lot of topics, have you guys watched Big Mouth?
Oh, fuck yes.
The animated one. No, I haven't. I haven't yet.
So the first 2 seasons starts out as like just.
Would you have a puberty monster or no?
Would I?
If you could accept in your life a puberty monster, maybe not the way it looks in that show, because if you did a live action of those,
that would be terrifying.
It'd be fucking disgusting. That would look like an old man's nutsack covered in hair, telling you about sex, right? And it would have a unicorn horn out of the top of it for some fucking reason.
It sounds like they personified the childhood of that dude from Clerks 2.
Yes. So do you know who the maker of the show is?
No.
Oh, you should.
Who is it? Who is?
His name is Nick something, I think.
Nick
Swardson?
Yes, I think that's.
Nick Swardson's a genius. He's a grandma's boy as well.
Yeah. So I thought
it was Nick Kroll.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, he's the guy that voices the main character.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a comedian.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know
he's ridiculous.
That, if I could I would 100% go back in time, and I would definitely have a hormone monster.
I think it would be kind of fun.
There's no reason why you shouldn't want one. And
Oh my God.
or I would switch it out for the ghost in the attic that he had.
Who was it? Was it Sammy Davis or no, it was
It was a
who
popular
was it?
black actor. Who it dated off of, but it wasn't Bill Cosby.
No, I can't remember who it was. I like the ghost though.
Ghost was funny. He gave him all the fucking good advice, and then the hormone monster would tell him the exact opposite of it. But then it was terrific when the female hormone monster got paired with Nick's character.
Yeah.
Up the entire thing, because then it brought in like the semi-retarded hormone monster that like couldn't actually.
So super old one.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd be like, yeah, what he said, man. Go fuck that pillow over there on the couch. You're in the party. And the one character would go do it. And there is that one character who has sex with a
With
fucking
the pillow and has pillow babies.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Vic, if you thought that you were coming onto a show to have a normal conversation, just sign off now.
Hey man, hey, listen, y'all want to fuck a pillow, but
It just depends on which one you're willing to have sex with. If at that point you just want to do it with a couch pillow, could be considered a bigger person, right? If you want to start using throw pillows, I don't
It's a
know.
little bougie.
Now it'd just be weird if you get like one of those ones that's shaped like an animal or like a. There's like.
I mean, it might feel like home if you grew up on a farm.
Ooh. Do you have something you wish to confess?
Nope.
Vic, did you grow up on a farm?
God no.
Nobody always adored cows. Stick your whole arm in there up to your shoulder.
Dude, all I can think of now, when you say that, I just got massive flashbacks to watching Dirty Jobs or something with like Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie or something, and they had to like inseminate a cow or something, and it was ridiculous.
It was
Speaking of inseminating cows, have you seen Yellowstone?
Yes.
mm-mm.
Okay. Did you see the?
You haven't seen Yellowstone?
No.
Okay.
I've heard it's good.
Okay,
Whoa.
Paramount Plus. Another reason why I believe that Paramount
why
Plus
did we get
is
on
the
that?
top streaming service. And then Disney Plus is
Okay,
actually
so, go watch Yellowstone. I won't tell you too much about it, but in one of the seasons, dude's just like holding, like they're trying to artificially inseminate horses and whatnot. So what I didn't know happened was that instead of putting two horses in a pen, because sometimes it's dangerous and they'll like actually kick each other, which by the way, look up that video on YouTube too, of a horse kicking another horse in the face for mating, and it just kills the horse.
Holy crap.
It puts like a horseshoe straight into the horse's face, like right here, and it's like you hear it like a bell, and it's like ding, horse just drops.
That's so sad.
That's
oh wow.
But the character in Yellowstone like holds up a sleeve to the horse so they can get the artificial insemination process going, and he just like doesn't notice that the horse is also kind of like moving into him, like where he's like located. So he's just taking like 1,000-pound horse, full body and like shoulder, and he's like holding the sleeve. It's definitely uncomfortable for a regular human being, so it's funny to watch.
I'd imagine it's a different species. That's very uncomfortable.
Well, it's also 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
You're having like a grandma in her car like let off the brake just so ever so slightly to bump you. But instead it's also going and you're like, oh well, it's the biggest grandma.
I feel like you didn't practice this before you got on this show tonight. You're like, I'm gonna do my horse
We've all
impression.
seen Mr. Hands. We've all been there before.
I know.
Oh god.
Leah, tell me that you have seen Mr. Hands.
I've never seen it, but I know about it.
Nick,
Hey man, I
You
plead
seen-
the fifth.
he's like,
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Seen two dudes, one hammer.
What?
Hands.
All right, let's get back to streaming services, and not the ones you usually watch. Um,
You're on the dark web.
oh, good God! I thought you worked. You got a
Oh
lot of
my
time to be
God.
scrolling the interwebs.
Hey, great
Well, I know
segue. Have you guys ever seen Darknet?
Okay.
What service is it on?
Oh, I think
That's
I watched
streaming
it on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there, but it's a Canadian miniseries about like people just getting like fucked by the dark web. It's
Now, when you say getting fucked by the dark web,
like
Like ruin
I
their
think
lives.
the first episode,
like grandma's donating their entire 401k, or
this guy wakes up in a bicycle locker and he has like organs missing.
Oh wow.
that's some Jeepers
Okay.
Creepers shit.
That's dark. I'm writing that down.
It's really good.
I
I'm
feel like
yay,
that's what
man.
happens when you go to Canada, though. And they're
I
like,
mean, depends.
"Yeah,
Depends how you
like,
go
no,
in
of
there.
course I'm not."
No, Canada has universal health care. They don't have to steal organs.
Okay.
You wanna fuck-
Don't get him started on healthcare. He will talk about this for 45 to an hour.
Who,
Oh,
me?
please don't.
Yeah, you.
I'm just saying, if you enter Canada and you're not vaccinated at this point, you might have a few organs taken from you unwillingly.
Oh, they won't want them.
But then they'll
Yeah,
put you
that's true.
in a locker on the border and then just leave you there.
They over here just
You
like they
can't
just vac-
see
they-
anything.
what do you think? They just vaccinated organs? Like, give me your kidneys.
It's either that or they're just going to take a shit ton of your money and tell you to stay in your house.
I mean that.
You wake up with vaccinated organs back inside you.
Ooh,
How is part of your body not fighting COVID? Well, this one time in Canada.
you fight off COVID, but the rest of you is still going to get COVID.
Yeah, the rest of you gets COVID, but only parts of your organ. That's like a Black Mirror episode where you get
The struggle of how half your body is vaccinated.
Yeah. the doctors looking at the charts.
My body, my choice.
They're in the room. I can see this now. This is totally Black Mirror.
Herd
They're
immunity
in the
is-
room, and they're with their wife or their partner, and they're like, "What's the prognosis?" Well, it looks like half his body is shutting down, but the other half isn't. Looks like part of it has the vaccine needed.
Does that mean you have you can only get like a half erection? It looks like one of those beds that has like the one side that comes up and the other side that can go down.
He's over here walking like a zombie in Thriller, like a half leg dragon, just didn't. I'll be right there, honey.
But he does the moonwalk because that's just how he walks.
Oh my God.
Because half his back doesn't fucking work. But imagine if you could like rotate what side works.
Yeah.
Left side work.
We're gonna use like the
1 second
remote.
later, you
We're
just
gonna
transfer power to the right side.
just use like the remote from Click, but instead repurpose it for a function.
Hey, you think they'd qualify for the adaptive division for CrossFit this year?
Ooh. I don't know, but Ricky Gerard sure as fuck should.
Oh, by the way, did you already see him doing one-handed wall balls?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Okay. All right. Here we go. Now you got me on a fucking subject.
I think it's silly, but I was just like, you know what?
All right. We're gonna get to our streaming service categories in a second. You're gonna give me I want the stage here. I want
Okay. Well, it's your show, so.
Chairman, I'm reclaiming my time. Okay. The right honorable gentleman has the floor.
Way to use Robert's rules.
I want to talk about the fact that that video is a con. Okay, now hear me out.
A con?
A con.
Ricky's
Right.
video.
Yes, by doing the one-handed wall bumps. Okay. Now hear me out here. I think that video is just as much for views and for show. Because we all fucking know that he did 5 of them bitches and then put that fucking ball down. That was fucking dumb. No way I'm doing that shit again, but looked at his coach and was like, we get those fucking Instagram views? Yeah, brother. All right, keep that shit up, media man. The same shit goes for the people, like I've said this on this show. If you guys like her, if you guys know her, I
Oh,
apologize.
Annie Thor's daughter.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Good Jesus. That turtle shell motherfucker.
We got to change your name to Red instead of Steve.
I'm talking about Brooke Wells' post from a couple of weeks ago, which maybe like 1 week ago. But then again, there's 6 posts in between each fucking day of the week. I think that Ricky's video with him doing those wall balls is just as much of a show as the videos that Brooke puts up, and some of the other athletes too. It's not just these two, but Brooke pisses me off because I used to like her, but then I think it was like a couple of days ago, I put up a snapshot of her. Was it last week? It was like a snapshot of her picture or her video, which the entire first 15 seconds is your cameraman is standing directly behind you, to the side slightly, so he can capture your ass cheeks bouncing up and down as you do double unders. Right? Now, we all know that if you have it and you want to flaunt it, go ahead, do it, whatever.
That's how she makes money.
Yeah.
I get that. But at the end of the day,
Well, she gets to the CrossFit games with no reps.
at the end of the day, thank you. Now we're on the same page here, right? All I said was, she's one of those people that signed the Monster Energy drink deal. There's not a single fucking person who in reality does this sport, competes at any level, right? Adaptive, elderly masters, right?
Elderly, good God.
Right? Nobody, including the main athletes, including the top 50 in the fucking world, believe that bitch opens a can of Monster before she goes into the gym and chugs it. Do not even try to allude to me that she drinks Shrek's piss before she walks into the gym to do the fittest fucking movements in the world, which, by the way, happen to majority be no reps.
Yo, but hear me out. Hear me out. If Anheuser-Busch came to me and said, "Hey, I really want you to we want you to be sponsored. You got to advertise Coors Light." You know, I'm not like me. I'm be like, that sounds great, doesn't it? Exactly, yeah. But you and I both know that I'm not cracking them like Stone Cold Steve Austin before I hit a Metcon going, it's time to whoop some ass.
That would be relative to if you had a video of you getting out of your car, right? Which, again, this girl bought a 4Runner a couple of years ago, posted all about it. Then she bought a Labradoodle, and everybody knew what kind of fucking person she was bound to be. And then now, since coming in fucking 10th at the CrossFit Games for the 5th fucking time in a row, I don't know if that's the actual.
Pretty impressive still.
Right? She went and bought a Ford Bronco. Fucking crystal white or fucking blue, whatever the fuck. And then takes a video of her getting out of that big-ass car that we both know Ford did not sponsor you for. So why you're taking a bunch of videos with it, I don't know. Then you grab your gym bag. Then you show the CrossFit gym you're walking into, followed by you cracking open a Monster Energy drink. Now I can do that because I'm a pleb and I can't fucking afford the same amount of shit that she gets on sponsorships. But I know that Fit Aid will give you all the Fit Aid in the fucking world. NoCo will give you anything you want.
Yeah, but they can't give her $500,000 like Monster can.
Exactly.
That's true. But I also wouldn't put that on my Instagram with me walking into the gym insinuating that I'm using that because we all know you don't do it. But now,
if that's in her contract for the $500,000, then she's absolutely going to do it.
I'm saying she's the type of person, and there are others who are willing to be the person that lies.
So I'm
for the money in the contract.
Before I'm gonna give you a little something right here. You work in the military right now, correct? Yes.
Say that again.
You work in the military right now, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you agree with every single thing that you got to do?
No, but I also voice it. That's why you hear me on the show talking shit.
But the thing is, though, at the end of the day, but you still got to do it, though.
Have you been investigated?
Have I been investigated?
Yo.
Really? How long?
I don't say anything that's like derogatory. I won't talk shit about the president. I won't talk shit about like my commanding officers or whatever. But if you want to say like, hey, I've had an officer or I've had an experience with another soldier that was X, Y, or Z, nobody can come after me for it.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving away any like HIPAA or PII or anything like that. But now, if you ask me about Jalen Franklin, I'll tell you he's a piece of shit.
Are we gonna go there?
No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
That
Nah,
motherfucker.
son. No, we're not going there. We're not talking about it. That's old news, old hat.
Well,
We're not about that.
if anybody doesn't know, his handle is no longer Tad Jalen Franklin. Which might tell you the kind of person that he might be. But hey,
Hey.
that's neither here nor there.
Exactly. But what
Well-
I'm saying, what I was getting back to is like, look, at the end of the day, sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do to get paid. And
No.
if all that is having to post a couple of videos or have your cameraman person, I don't know.
Well, my
does all
point is that it's a way
Is it
of
misleading?
it's
Yeah.
it's misleading, but it's also like in Brooke's case, it's a way of trying to sell something that you know you don't believe in.
And she doesn't need to.
Like Brooke Wells can also take
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, she does because one, CrossFit don't pay enough, so
But-
she does have to.
But she is.
you gotta fucking hit a snatch without your elbow coming out your ass.
What'd you say?
You gotta hit a snatch without your elbow coming out your ass before CrossFit's gonna pay you.
But
Exactly.
She
Which,
has
by the
enough
way,
of
her
a.
snatch form is still it's almost as bad as Amy Thorstall's.
Hey,
She has enough of a presence in the space that she could get more truthful
An
deals.
OnlyFans and sell out.
yo, but now you're saying that, so you against her putting out a picture about a Bronco doing Monster Energy, but you're okay would be like, yo, just doing OnlyFans. Why she want to do OnlyFans? It's a lot of work.
Okay, so what I'm
It's a lot of
saying
work.
is I'm saying you can earn money just like all the rest of us because I can earn a living not in the military. But I don't
Trying
have
to
a
drop
college.
your sneaky link or something, Steve.
If I had an OnlyFeet account, you might be paying for it, Vic. We don't know.
Hey, I'm going to be honest. As a struggling athlete who's concerned about paying rent in the very near future, I have seriously considered selling feet pics.
It's hard. We actually talked about this. That was actually funny. We did.
You don't always have to post nude. You can just post you like in your fucking bare ass underwear that everybody else fucking owns and can look at in the mirror, but they're just like, he's got it on. I've never seen her face, but she got a dimple on her butt cheek. I'll give you $10 a month for that shit.
Oh, I
my
get those Instagram messages.
Exactly. I was listening to Bert Kreischer's podcast the other day. Him and
Oh
Tom
my
Segura had-
god.
They had Adriana Chick on, and she's a porn star.
I don't know who that is.
But she recently started her own like Twitch and all this other stuff. But she says off of OnlyFans, she makes like upwards of $50,000 a month. And she's like, but it's not just me posting pictures. She's like, I have a back catalog of pictures and movies and shit that I filmed of myself in my own bedroom. It's like a mile fucking long. But she's like, I get requests that are just like, hey, can you crunch popcorn with your big toe? And she's like, I mean, I can. Like, is that your request? And they're like, yeah, sure. How much does it cost? And if she says $5,000, they will pay $5,000.
Holy shit.
Wow.
No,
Or they're talking about like I can do 2,700.
I don't think she's a bigger chooser when it comes to putting popcorn underneath her big toe. I would.
I'm like,
I think my
ah,
wife would let me do that.
that's a little steep. That's a little steep. Can we do? Meet me in the
That's
middle.
like 3 car payments.
She'd be like,
Now-
all right.
What about
Again.
2,700 for your pinky toe?
God, I might break that. Well, actually, I know my wife would break her pinky toe.
Yo, imagine that. Hey, can I get a picture of you stubbing your pinky toe on the bed? Absolutely not.
Well,
and
$5,000. You
No, Ted. It's Ted. It's 10 or nothing because the pain of you stubbing your toe on the bedpost is not worth anything.
Okay, so back to this conversation to wrap this up with Brooke Wells and people like these CrossFit athletes that are doing these videos.
Yeah.
I find it incredibly dishonest, and I find it almost degrading to a point where I think she's right. You can make money in other realms. Like Ford, they've clearly shown in different cases. Like now, she's not Matt Fraser by no fucking means. She's not Rich Froning by no fucking.
Sarah Sigman's daughter
Hey.
got sponsored by BMW
But no, she got Volkswagen, I thought.
or Volkswagen,
doesn't.
whatever it was.
I should trade that one in because they made cars for the Nazis. So
Um,
probably wouldn't want to do that.
I mean, we also sponsored them too from the United States. A lot of companies.
That's
That's
in
true.
part, yes.
We
But
are.
hey,
We are.
losing
We
the
are.
rainbow flag inside the logo never
Yeah.
happened, right?
I just I think about the CrossFit space though, and I look at people like saying like, oh, you could do so many things to make money. I'm like, you really can't. And a lot of these brands within the fitness space, even being Brooke Wells, even being Danny Spiegel, even being
Any
Tia
sweet
Toomey,
gotta be fun.
whatever the case is like a lot of brands, if you're not them, and even if you're them, there's only so much you can make or monetize because the CrossFit space is only so large.
Yeah.
And the only way that these brands are going to pay you more is if you branch out of CrossFit and do other things in other fitness related areas. So you
Yeah.
have to cross market yourself, which is a lot of work and has to get you away from your number one focus, which for them is competing.
Yes.
After you're done competing, hell yeah, go ahead. You can cross market, but they only want you for your competitive nature and for your winning behavior. For your
But so the issue besides like the lack of integrity that I think is honestly behind a lot of this stuff is the idea that I looked at, and the reason why I posted and I held my tongue. I wrote this like the caption and the story and whatnot, and then I deleted it, and then I sent it to Ken, and I was like, "Hey, do you think that this is too much to say?" Because my 700 followers don't give a fuck what I have to say. And he was like, "No, actually, all that stuff's right." And I was like, "Oh, then I don't feel bad posting this," and I put it up. I got a whole bunch of shit for it because I was woman hating and all this other stuff. But I basically was like, "You've gone to the CrossFit Games for 9 years in a row, which is more than I have ever fucking done by 9, right? The regionals more times than I've ever done by however many times you've gone, right? But I think there's something incredibly stupid about you posting videos about you drinking Monster in the gym. You use a car that you know people like, but you know you didn't necessarily afford outside of the fact that you're using money from companies that you don't truly believe in what their message is or what their use is. Because if you did, it would go against everything that CrossFit believes in and what Greg Glassman fought for.
But
right? But the
who
money
was a sponsor for the CrossFit Games last year for the past 2 years? Monster.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you're also like, I'm saying there's the lack of integrity because she definitely does not believe in those companies' missions. Other than the fact that they come in like, hey, we want to start sponsoring athletes and making their lives better by using our funds and blah, blah, blah. But yes, at the end of the day, your contract says you have to start taking pictures and videos and blah, blah, blah to promote our product. That's why we're promoting you. The same thing goes for the United States Army, who bought their fucking way into the CrossFit space. After 2018, we decided, oh, we put together this CrossFit team and we would put it in Knox. Now, if you can't hear the bias in my fucking voice, it's because your fucking ears are clogged or because your name is Glenn Grabs and you're still a dick. And I can say that because he's retired. So fuck that dude. He told me that I had a fucking invite to that goddamn team. And
I had an invite to that team for 1.5 years. Look how that turned out.
Opportunities, blah, blah, blah. And he sent it to me over Facebook Messenger of all fucking things.
Oh, mine was over Instagram.
My phone number, guy.
That's official.
Call me. You were a first sergeant in the Army when this fucking happened. But then, instead, I watch at Fort Carson in Colorado Springs. There's 3 gyms in the area that produced athletes out of there. That they went out and they fucking were like, oh, we're going to go grab this guy and this guy and this guy. All based off of social media and shit. Even though we submitted formal military packets that first year. And I watched as the fucking dudes that they picked from Carson lift heavy weights with shitty form, but they lifted heavy weights. Like I'm talking like a 230 to 250 snatch, right? But then they said, hey, go ahead and do 100 double unders. And they were fucking tripping all over themselves. And then they said, hey, go ahead and now you're going to walk on your hands. And I've seen my infant who doesn't actually walk yet get better steps. Right? And they took all of them. And then when that team failed because nobody was as good or nearly as good as Chandler Smith, they tossed a bunch of checks at CrossFit. And they got their name on every fucking piece of wood or plaster on the wall and now the United States Army sponsors CrossFit Games with a third or the number 3 amount of revenue to that competition. And we have no fucking athletes on the floor. Not a single one. Again,
There's
no,
3
no
right now.
realistic-
There's
three?
Emma.
Emma, Sydney, and
no,
Melonzo.
hang on. That are on the CrossFit Games floor.
Well,
Athletes-
Emma
Yeah,
qualified for
They're
semifinals.
all 3 of them are at Knox. And
No. So what I'm saying
Emma
is
is going to semifinals as an individual, and Sydney's going to semifinals on a team.
Yeah.
I'm talking about those are semifinals. I'm talking about the games.
Yeah.
Well,
We have not.
but
The Army
we
is
haven't gotten
not
there yet. We haven't gotten there yet.
No, in 6 fucking years. And you had, well, okay, so Chandler Smith, I don't qualify.
That's how I know you and I are both Patriot fans, because 6 years is an eternity for getting a championship. I get it.
I'm saying, you know, millions of dollars every single year. You're going to develop a team specifically for this, and the only thing that you're producing is one dude who then wanted to up and quit because of your bullshit, because it's the Army, and left, and unfortunately for him, subsequently still kind of stunk up until recently. Hopefully this year he has a better time. Again,
He's a very nice guy. I think
there's the lack of delivery from all of these people, and I find it incredibly dumb for Brooke to post shit like that when you're on the team headed by the number 1 fittest woman in history, probably the fittest person in history, technically by like scores and counts. She doesn't post a goddamn thing like that, but she's number 1 every fucking year doing the same training you're doing. Might there be a correlation between your consistent top 8 finishes or top 16? I think she placed between 8 and 16 for like the last like 5 years. There was like 1 year I think she came in like 4th or something like that. But that, to me, that's why it doesn't. The two don't go together. There's man hating on Brooke Wells.
My final thing on that is you just got to think about that person's why. Is there a reason for doing this to win the most, or is there a reason for doing this to try to win but also make as much money as you possibly can? Because how long can your body actually hold up with CrossFit competitions in that season?
If her captions that she posts on all her videos and pictures weren't that of "I'm aspiring to be the best," I would take exactly what you're saying. I would give her a thumb up, and I would tell her everything she's doing is great. But that's not what she tries to perceive to other people that she's doing it for. That's where I have a problem. Because like Matt Fraser came out and he was like, "Hey, I am only here to win. When I stop winning, I'm gone." And he left before that. And then the only thing I think Matt Fraser's ever gone back on is he said he never wanted to open a gym or be a coach. We saw how much money Rich Froning decided to curb that appeal.
But you know what's funny is that people don't give Rich. You give Rich zero. I know you love him. I know that's like that's your second daddy.
Oh.
But like,
my wife.
But like, we
son.
talk about Rich Froning, and no one gives him any shit for basically selling everything around him: the shirt, his sweat, his shoes, his socks.
But he stayed very true to his brand, though.
Yeah, he has not strayed from that brand, though. And to be honest, the main reason why I really enjoy the brands that he has and like the way he does it is it doesn't seem like anybody it doesn't seem like he went out chasing other people. Yeah. It seems like everybody who's involved in Mayhem, period, from the top down, all the athletes in between, it seems like they went to him and said, "Hey, can I be a part of this?"
The Army went to him and said, "Hey, can I be a part of this?"
Like, "Hey, bro, can we put like 5 of our dudes on your Aerodyne bikes or your Echo bikes and do rogue challenges on your YouTube page till they throw up?" And they did. And they probably sold a shit ton of road bikes. They probably sold a shit ton of fucking whatever else.
Have you seen the plaque at Mayhem from the Army Warrior Fitness team?
Oh God, there's a plaque.
It's a plaque, and it's basically a plaque that says, in different words, "Thanks for letting us give you $500,000."
Nice.
The other
You
reason
know,
why I really
all that money and he still can't make decent coffee. Ugh.
ooh shit.
I'm sorry. Look, listen.
Are you talking about
Buffalo Brew?
Coffee, and I'm not gonna say
Dude,
no coffee, but it's
Bison
definitely
Brew is Paper Street now.
Is it now? Okay, so the last time before it became Paper Street, before it was before
does that-
Paper Street took over, that Buffalo Brew, Bison Brew, stuff, whatever the hell they were selling.
Yeah, so the
Not
Buffalo
good.
Brew
the moneymaker for him to like shell out.
Okay,
the
so
Buffalo
Gabe
Brew
took
cans
over.
now are now sourced from Paper Street Coffee.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, so it's good coffee finally. Thank God.
Well, you never know. I mean, apparently, if it's Rich making the coffee, then it might still be shit.
Yo, you know what? Logistically, he probably could have ruined it. I don't know.
There's nothing worse than the company that him, Dan Bailey, and Josh Bridges tried to make that fucking shit the bed. And
What
Dan
was that?
Bailey still fucking pulled that out of the weeds and tried to make
Which
it.
one was that
Is
one?
that like Good Dudes Coffee or something?
I thought that
Or-
was still
no,
Josh
that
Bridges.
is-
Is Good Dude still?
Well, so I was hoping they were going to get Good Dude's coffee off the ground, but it never did. And then Dan Bailey made it God's Country Coffee.
Yes. Well, no,
That's
there's
right,
two.
okay.
Those are separate. They're both separate still. Good
Yeah,
Dude.
Yeah,
God's
Good Dudes
Country.
is Josh Bridges.
Did Josh Bridges make Good Dude's coffee?
Yeah. And Dan Bailey does do God's Country, and they do really well. Because I remember I went.
Is it because
Dan,
it's coffee or is it because it's Dan Bailey?
honestly, I've had some. I never had a chance to actually try Dan's coffee because at Wadapalooza they always sell out.
That's what I had heard. By the way, can you guys hear the baby in the background? Is that too
Mhm.
That
much?
was a little bit. You're a little.
It's
You know.
fine.
Oh my god.
You said Annie. We said Annie Thor's daughter, and in true form, your child was like, "Yo, no, I don't like that. Don't like that, Daddy. Talk about something nice."
We don't talk about turtles in this house.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so let's get back to our streaming services. I want to hear these. We got off this topic, and I really want to hear these. By the way,
Is Ken ever
I don't know
coming?
who my co-host is, but fuck this guy.
Yo, Ken. I was thinking, I'm like, yo, I bet you Ken is
You guys are
out.
gonna have to come back on.
Ken passed out somewhere.
Whatever Ken had you guys on to talk about, you guys are gonna have to come back on for that.
We'll
I think
do
we
a little. I think this is actually not. I feel like I really love the banter between this vibes quite nicely.
Yeah, especially my child thinking that he gets to have a say.
Yo,
Doesn't even
you know what?
his goddamn mouth,
First popular podcast with a baby as a host.
he's been on the show multiple times.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta.
He
I mean,
shits the bed when he shits his pants. He rolled it in.
Is it bonus points for making a good point? Is that why he shit? Is like he's like, yo, that's a good one.
He's holding his head up makes him a fucking an adult. And he thinks he gets to have an opinion in my household. It's not even a house, it's an apartment, so fuck him and his opinion. Oh my god, he's throwing up all over the place for his mother. All right,
You
so
know
let
what?
me
That's
hear,
Go ahead.
Vic, you got to give me top 3 streaming services and what shows make them top 3.
Okay, we can do that.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh, ouch. That's rough. Okay. I've got to go. Well, okay, so historically or just right now? Because right now, I'll give it to you this way. Right now, my favorite streaming services, and this is a little bit of a this is a little bit of a switch up here because Paramount Plus allows you to also get Showtime as well, and Showtime has Your Honor, Mayor of Kingstown, Yellow Jackets, Tulsa King of Tulsa or Tulsa King, whatever. It's a Sylvester Stallone show. Bunch of like little weird little nitpick shows.
No,
whatever.
because Paramount Plus, those are Paramount Plus originals.
No, they're originals, but they also give you access to Showtime, which is why you get access to the Showtime shows like Your Honor and Yellow Jackets.
Is the question like what streaming service or what streaming service original series?
Oh
No,
no! What
so
streaming
I'm
service
saying-
and what shows behind it?
Yes. So what is your proof behind it, right? So if I
Yeah.
say HBO Max, my proof would be Friends, The Sopranos, and something else.
Friends?
Pause. I'm not saying that's my top 3. I'm just.
Who? Thank God. I was like, I'm talking to a guy who loves Friends. What?
I'm gonna grab this whiskey in my fucking apartment and keep chugging it until you.
I'm trying.
My fucking-
I'm trying, and I'm already almost out.
Well, Ken said grab a beer, but apparently he didn't tell me that we were drinking on this. So
No, I
I'm
decided
hydrated.
I decided to break my little streak of not drinking, because my season's over.
Mine was over when my child was
Sad
born.
face. No, I'm fine with it.
It was last October
Yours was over what?
when my child was born, and that was last October.
But your life began.
Yeah, and so did my garage gym.
Yep. Hey, but you're the fittest. You're the fittest guy in your gym.
Nobody's beat my height score. It's definitely not my wife.
There you go. I don't want to say it too loud. She'll still whoop your ass.
That's what hurts the most. No punches or kicks. It's pitching.
What hurts the most, Rascal Flats? I can't hear you. You stuttered for a second.
Hey, life is a highway, and I'm just trying to.
Okay. Let me get back to this answer because I tried talking about this at the 20-minute mark. We're an hour and a minute in. So for me right now, it is okay. It's Paramount Plus top right now because I'm really digging Yellow Jackets, and there's a few shows that Kim and I watch. We're like rewatching the good, like some like little like they're just like filler shows like The Good Fight or something, which is hilarious about like a law firm and just like some weird stuff going on there. It's very propagandy. It's funny.
Next.
But yeah, next the next one after that for me is going to have to be Stars streaming services.
That's not a streaming service, motherfucker. That's like
It is. Well,
HBO.
That's a channel.
Well, no, the thing is that I have to buy the Stars platform because I have a Roku. So it's Stars.
I think you're misunderstanding what I meant by streaming services.
That's a streaming service. I have to pay a subscription to it. That's a streaming service.
Oh my God.
All
We
right.
went over the streaming services at the top of the show. You listed them out.
I gave you a couple. I had to switch it up. I told you I had to switch it up, and here's why. 50
God,
Cent's
this
a
is
genius.
good.
50 Cent's a genius. And all those power shows and all the spin-offs that he does and everything he's producing is gold.
I have no
It's
idea what
just-
you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know
if you
what?
haven't
You
watched
got to
it,
get
you-
into it.
What is it?
So
Power?
there's Power. It's the name of a show / now universe. 50 Cent has found a way to spin
Whole
off
bunch
like
of
5 or
titties and
6
lights
different
and all sorts.
shows off of one. Like he's making money hand over fist with the show, with this whole
Alright.
this whole like
He's-
universe.
It helps.
But third for me is
Yeah.
gonna have to be Disney Plus, Star Wars, Mandalorian, Marvel.
Steve is so disappointed in you right now.
That's fine. This man was talking about Friends, and he also mentioned HBO
He's
Max. You said
Sam.
HBO Max as well, and you refuted my Stars streaming service.
Okay, I
HBO
didn't say that HBO Max was in my top 3. I said
but
used
I
HBO
understand. I understand that, but you were saying that Stars was invalidated by the fact that it was a TV. It was an actual like channel.
Okay,
So it was HBO Max.
moving on.
Yeah.
All right,
Leah,
what
what you got?
Oh man. All right. So
I'm gonna trash this show. I'm gonna talk shit about my show on my show.
I think my top. So I have mixed feelings about this because I feel like it's gone downhill lately.
Guys, how goddamn hard is this?
But my
It's
top
very
is
hard.
still Netflix.
You started-
Ooh.
Okay, here. Okay, here we go. Well, you started it out though, talking shit about your own list. I can't fucking say this, but
Well, because okay, so like Netflix has had its ups and downs. Like I feel like when Netflix was the only streaming service, it was really good. And then all these other streaming services popped up and it went downhill, but now it's coming back. It's redeeming itself.
The tough part is Netflix has dry spells.
Yes.
Like Netflix will drop a bunch of stuff at once, and then we'll, because we're selfish human beings and we hate ourselves, we'll binge the shit out of it, and then we go back and every morning we'll open up Netflix like, I already watched that. I already watched that. I already watched that.
Now,
Fuck, I
I
already
mean, are
watched
you
that.
more of a fan? Are you more of a fan of having access like Netflix, where you can binge the entire season, or are you somebody who would rather have like Paramount Plus, where you have to wait for episodes to
Oh no,
drop?
TV's a drug to me. I want the whole damn season on the spot. I want it now. I want it yesterday.
I
I
want
want
the
it
whole
any
fucking
time of
time.
night.
I want-
I'm tapping the vein.
All right, Leah.
I need it like all right. I need to binge.
What are the shows from Netflix that make it number one to you?
Okay. All right. So Netflix has one of my all-time favorite series ever. It's a German miniseries called Dark. And
Yes.
it is incredible.
German miniseries. What I thought I was going to hear is a reason.
Yeah, I'm sure. You were thinking something
I was going to
sexually.
hear like Adam Sandler movies or fucking Jennifer Aniston shit. And Notebook.
No, Dark, if you've never seen it, you have to watch it. It is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. And the same guys who made Dark made 1899, which I'm so mad got canceled.
Okay. You know
That
what?
show was like a
Go on
hot-
though. Go on. I'm gonna let you keep going. Keep going. We'll talk about 1899. That's my Brooke Wells of Netflix shows.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I
It's-
stopped after the second episode when I found out it got canceled.
You know what though? You're better off because
one
I
of the
actually
reasons.
suffered. I suffered through it, and I was just like, word.
Okay, so other Netflix shows. I really like Maniac. That one's got Jonah Hill and the redhead from Easy A. It's really good.
Ellen,
Emma Stone?
What?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you get Emma Stone?
I don't know. There's a lot
How
of
do you call
names.
the girl from Easy A not Superbad?
Oh yeah, I guess she is in Superman.
That's true. But
Okay, I've seen Easy A like 7 times.
but Easy A for her was a much
why?
bigger role. No,
Why?
Easy
Why?
because it's a good
Easy A is
movie.
not nearly as good a movie as Superbad.
Okay,
I love
rewatchability.
Easy
Superbad
A.
is definitely has it, but I could see.
Rewatchability, Superbad is one of my all-time. I don't want to say favorites, but one of my all-time.
The thing is, though,
You can
sometimes
literally watch Superbad whatever the fuck you want.
yeah, but sometimes
Unless you have
I can't be in the mood. I like Superbad. The reason why it's so rewatchable is because you can
Joey
start it from
Jones.
anywhere. No, you can start it from anywhere, and depending on the mood, you'll sit and watch it or you'll turn it off.
Because I am McLovin.
Like,
Okay, so
go ahead, keep going.
the show that brought this whole podcast together, you.
Yes.
Have you not seen it?
I fucking hate that show.
Oh my god,
Really?
I
How's
love
you
it.
know, hey,
I understand why it's rewatch or it's like it like really pulls people in. And I understand the concept to it that is like attractive for the mind, right? That type of show with that emphasis, I can't do because it makes me suspend my disbelief for too long to the point where I'm like, does nobody else fucking notice this? Like the single chair in the middle of the fucking room, and everyone else is gonna stand up against the wall because they don't want to sit. It's like, oh, there's no seat, but we're just gonna leave this here. Like nobody else.
You just hate enjoying your life.
No, I hate a TV show that makes me suspend disbelief beyond reproach.
I feel like you're trying to Lord of the Rings you right now, and I don't know if I like the way this is going. Remember in Clark 2, he's like, "This was your movie. You walked, and then you walked some more." and that's
You want to make my point for me. Go ahead.
And that's no. But what gets me about you is that there's another show that it reminds me of a lot of, and there's for one specific reason. It is the narration of the character talking, and if you've seen this show before, you'll realize why you love it so much. Dexter, which is also on Paramount Plus, you hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
Steve?
I also thought it was terrible, and when they tried to bring it back, they should have kept it dead.
Oh, you know
Hang
what?
on,
Hey,
okay.
listen. Ellia and I brought you here today for an intervention about your TV choices.
Wait, I have a really important question. I've been wanting to ask this since I found out we were doing this podcast. Steve, Do
I
you
feel
like
like-
Arrested Development?
Of course I fucking do.
Okay.
Whew. Oh, a close
Damn.
one. That
You know
was
how
a
many
close
college
one.
courses I've entered? And they immediately go into roll call and they're like, he's you. It's like, yeah, thanks. You see Arrested Development? Hell yeah, man.
Oh my god. Okay,
Oh,
well,
my
also Netflix
God.
has Arrested Development, so there's that.
That's true. Although the new season was not that great. When they redid the new season, it was just they just poorly executed because I think they filmed it out of order and then they put it in order.
Did you watch the original cut of season 4 or did you watch the recut of season 4?
I'm pretty sure I watched the recut.
Because
I
the
saw it.
recut, so the original cut, it was like every episode was about one character only. And then they recut it to make it more similar to the original seasons. And I think I hated the original 4th season, but I really liked the recut.
I really wish they had the opportunity to make that show more raunchier than it had the potential to be. That shit had the potential to be like some Tropic Thunder level raunchiness.
Oh my
They
God.
just didn't let people go as far as they could have.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I'm
true.
watching Parks and Rec is on our TV right now, and we just finished the episode where they had to cut out Chris Pratt's Kim Kardashian joke.
Oh.
Yes, that
Yeah.
one. Yes.
The comeback joke where they're talking about
Mhm.
her campaign. And
Yeah.
he said, "Well, Kim Kardashian, like, she got cum on her back." So
They cut that out.
yeah. Instead,
Oh
they
my
made it say some dumb shit about who was it? They changed it to something super. I think it was like Rocky or some shit.
Oh man. I'm not gonna lie, Parks and Rec has one of my all-time favorite like moments from a series, and it's the episode where Leslie is sick and she goes out and she's like I think Ron is asking her like what her doctor said, and Chris Pratt is on the computer and he's like Leslie, I googled it and it says that you might have network connectivity issues.
You know what's very good is this is an episode that has Louis C.K. on it before everybody knew that he was masturbating in front of people in the backstage.
Jesus Christ.
It must have been a shame if they were doing it here.
Oh.
If you thought we couldn't get darker,
Oh my
there is
God.
not a black color that we can't get past.
Listen,
my God.
the Pete Davidson joke about that was hilarious.
No,
If you ever watched that, but he joked about Louis C.K. giving him shit about smoking weed, saying you're gonna ruin your life, and then he was like, imagine if one of those girls just was like, hey, stop that, you're gonna ruin your life. Or just started. I think he's like, what if you just all you had to do to make him stop was start smoking weed in front of him, and he would just be like, oh, I'm disgusted, and put everything away and walk. And I was just like, I'm like, wow, the only guy who can really make that joke is Pete Davidson.
Speaking of doing those inappropriate things, I just saw Hayes put up on his story that there's some Army Sergeant Major from Fort Polk that is getting court-martialed for doing the same thing.
I mean, with the name like Fort Polk. Oh no, that's where they at. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Fort Polk.
Sorry.
Sergeant Major Compton is on. I think it was Compton is on court-martial.
Oh, boy.
But okay, so my top. Well, you gave Netflix. What are your other two?
Okay, so I think my second is probably Hulu. Mostly because I can watch Bob's Burgers on Hulu.
Fair.
Okay.
And they also have some really good like drama miniseries. Did you guys ever see The Act?
Mhm.
Why does that sound familiar?
It has Joey King and she plays Gypsy Rose. It's based on a true story about the girl who killed her mom. Because her mom had like Munchausen by proxy or whatever, and like basically like made her kids sick and like bound to a wheelchair. And this girl grew up thinking that she was sick for her whole life. They got like a free house from Habitat for Humanity. The mom like tricked all these doctors. And
Damn.
when the girl got old enough to find out that like she could actually walk and she wasn't actually sick, it was her mom like giving her these drugs.
How the fuck did she figure that out? Did she just like try to crawl out of the wheelchair one day and just like, oh my God.
So I don't remember all the details, but at one point so her mom was like super protective and wouldn't let her talk to people without her mom being there, and wouldn't let her like on the internet or anything. But she snuck a laptop and like got a boyfriend over the internet. And her boyfriend was the one that like made the plan to kill her mom.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
yeah, I thought he was like, hey, you should try to walk.
Bro, imagine if that was your fucking crime.
Imagine,
You tried to walk.
imagine if he's like, yo, let me see a picture of you walking. Or, like, I'll do it for you.
It's like
Wage love story.
Oh my God.
the water boy, where the mom's just like,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But Hulu also has a lot of the Blumhouse movies.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I like those a lot. And then my third one is probably Apple TV because of Ted Lasso. And only Ted Lasso.
I still haven't gotten
I
that.
haven't seen the entire thing. I tried to get my wife. We were going to start watching it tonight.
Oh, it's so good.
But then I don't have Apple Plus.
Oh.
So then it was like, oh, you get one free show, but now you got to pay for them. And I was like, I'm very weary about paying for extra subscription like streaming services that I don't actually want to use. Other than
I feel like we pay for so many already.
Dude, it equals the amount that people used to pay for.
Same as cable, yeah.
I just mooch off of my dad and my sister and my brother-in-law. So
I do that. I think my wife pays for our Netflix. She also pays for our Amazon Prime. And then I got an Amex card. And it gives you
Specific for buying streaming services. Oof.
Yeah, so it gives me a credit for it every month. It's like I'll put like $25 in credits for streaming services.
Damn.
if you're not super concerned about like the legality behind it, you can get the what is it? It's like the hacked Fire Sticks.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I used to do that when I was stationed in Japan. We had those. And when I brought it back to the States, it got like corrupted or something, like somehow from like one of the movies I watched.
Corrupted.
Mm-hmm.
I like the porn I was watching, man. Fuck. Like put it on the big screen.
Put it on the big screen. I was feeling brave.
Surround sound.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
I just, you know what though? Hey, just real quick before you keep going on that one, I'm just wondering if anyone actually does that, and the type of person you got to be put that shit on surround sound and just have your whole house blow.
Have you never been home for a weekend by yourself? What?
Bro, what?
I did this when I was like 16.
No, I'm talking about someone who does it on like a daily basis. Like you walk in, hey man, how's it going? Can we hang out? What are you doing? Oh, nothing. Just keep talking. Don't worry about it. And all you hear is Steve's impression of heh.
My wife really did dirty look in the back room. What do you do a dirty look for?
What?
From our bedroom. After I said that. It's not my fault. My mom used to go on fucking trips to Europe every once in a while.
Euro trips?
Scotland with my stepdad. And when she would go on these trips, I would be home for like 2 weeks by myself. Well,
You're just a regular old Macaulay Culkin.
I had like 3 friends one summer that like moved in to my mom's house because we would literally just wake up, party.
You kill your babysitter and then get a job at a fashion agency and then
like,
feed your kids.
So like I had a
Great
job.
movie.
I had a job at our supermarket, but none of my friends had jobs during the summer that were like any good. So like I would wake up at like 6, go to work till noon, and then I would come home and my buddies would be like on my couch still, just waking up. One of them would be making like fried like
This is a moldable experience. You
Dude,
got to live like an old school husband who would come back from work. Oh, what are you doing? You still sleeping? I'm
Yeah.
busting my hump, getting up at 6 in the morning. You're talking to your friends like a bad relationship.
Well, no, it was a great relationship because then I would come home and they would have drinks ready, and we would just sit by my pool. And they'd
Wait,
say, "Hey, do you want something for lunch?" I wouldn't have to make anything because they knew that
They
I was.
make you a sandwich because you were the breadwinner.
Yeah,
This feels.
dude, we did this. We did this for like a week and a half.
did you grow up in the 1950s?
No. But my friends understood that they never had to go home except for to change their fucking underwear.
So did they take your shoes off and rub your feet and let you talk or think or read the newspaper
No.
without making any noise?
Actually, one of my friends, he overserved me one of those days I came home, and I think I was pissed drunk like by my pool on the 4th of July, but everybody else forgot that they
Not a
didn't
bad
have
day.
cars, so I was the only one who could drive my mom's car to the fireworks by like the 2 towns over. So when I got home from work one day, we hung out at the pool. I got way too overserved. Had to go in my room, take a nap while all my other friends partied at my mom's house, and then wake up like 4 hours later, still like buzzed, and drive everybody.
Wait, so did your friend get his tip certification revoked? Did he get sued for liability? Like, how are you saying he's gonna overserve you if he's not even like you're talking to him like he's a bartender or some shit? He's like, oh yeah, I was at this establishment and I was overserved. You're like, did you press charges?
It's not that hard to pour rum and cokes, but when you start pouring rum with some coke,
Dash of Coke, a little
That's
spritz.
that's getting overserved.
That
Rum with
just
the Coke
sounds like a
spritz.
normal house party.
I guess.
That sounds like I know how Steve likes his drinks, just like his sandwiches, heavy.
Wait, okay, so that whole situation reminded me of a movie. Did you guys ever see Don't Worry, Darling?
Isn't that the movie that you saw, Jess?
It's
Mm.
Harry Styles and I can't remember the girl's name.
I
Florence
haven't seen
Pugh.
that.
Yeah, Florence Pugh. It's like it's like a couple living in the 1950s, and like he goes to work every day, and she's just home, like waiting on him hand and foot. But it's a lot more than that. It's really good.
Spoilers.
She's just being a bag of ass waiting for him to come home.
No.
Just waiting for him to come home and beat her to death just because he's angry about something at work.
I guess that's how
Yeah,
everything
Sure.
was.
But it's a good movie. You guys should watch it.
Jess has seen it and she said she liked it.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna spoil it for you guys.
I never spoil movies.
Okay, good, because that movie has the biggest spin that I've
Tell
seen.
us more.
Yeah.
Nope.
Tell me more. Okay, let me give off my top 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell me more, Mr. Friends.
Now,
HBO Max.
I didn't think that this was going to be my number 1, so I'm going to start from number 3. Okay, number 3, probably a toss-up, I guess, between. I really like the Yellowstone series, but it doesn't make the entire situation for Paramount for me. So I'm probably going to go with Hulu at number 3 because I like Family Guy. There's Modern Family. They don't have terrific movies, but every once in a while they got like one that's kind of good.
Okay.
And then they had Survivor, which Jess likes a lot, so it's very entertaining for our household. Number 2, it's either I would probably say Netflix. Just it's a legacy, right? There's always
It's a
something.
legacy. We just got to put it in there.
In the sense that like Netflix makes all the best docs, all the best documentaries.
Fact.
If you just want to learn something, Netflix is the fucking place to go. You learn something completely.
It's either that or your Reddit search history. I get it.
Yeah, right. Or it's the comedy movies that they put on Netflix. I feel like are better than anywhere else.
Adam
Have you
Sandler.
Have you seen Eric Andre's comedy movie, Bad Trip or something?
No, but even
It
I
is-
think they had Eddie Murphy's
Yeah.
with Jonah Hill. Like
Oh
that-
yes,
a lot of
that was
fun
okay.
things, but
So
kind of stupid.
that you people.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to watch it. I had to finish watching it, but there's some parts that just like
I couldn't get through it.
a little corny for us
Or
to
can
see
you
it.
take water?
But it had it had moments. So yeah.
So I would definitely say Netflix because it's basically a legacy. I don't think it's ever really going to go away.
Like
But
a
they also
safety
have
school.
some good original series, right? And then my number one now is probably Peacock, but only because I recently discovered that there's The Office, there's Parks
Okay.
and Rec, there's Brooklyn Nine-Nine, there's, I believe, Survivor.
I like how he's saying all of these first when he's really out there watching
Real
freaking
Housewives.
Vanderpump Rules and Real Housewives of New York.
Yeah, you know what else is on Peacock? Below Deck.
Yeah, Below Deck. Oh, listen, man, I saw you post pictures on your Instagram at BravoCon, getting pictures with all of the reality stars. I got it. It's cool.
Hey, I will fully admit I love trash reality TV, and I missed the live stream of the Love is Blind reunion tonight to do this podcast.
That's commitment right there.
She committed
Hey,
to
The
Roger
cool,
Federer.
the cool thing is you'll be able to watch it after. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not like any of those trashy
She
people aren't
can't
trashy
go on.
anymore.
She can't go on Instagram or anything. She'll get-
Yeah, I can't. There's gonna be so many spoilers.
All right. Now we're going to close out the show here in a minute, but the way we're going to close it out is by calling this piece of shit. He fucking left all of us on here by ourselves.
He's absolutely
He
passed
said,
out somewhere.
"Hey, he said he microdosed the shroom today."
All the more reasons he should have been on here.
Never microdose with him.
Who said no? No.
Jeff
Listen,
Michaels.
I was with him at TBO, and he had a vape pen with him from Asp. Like, oh,
He
this
still won't even answer.
one or two hits, and he's just like,
Hey, where the fuck are you? Yeah, motherfucker. We've been waiting for you, bitch.
"Thanks for blowing us off." I feel real.
I thought you were drinking.
No. I just sat down to take Mel to dinner with her friends because her husband is in fucking Washington with me, her and a bunch of her in the gym, and she said she's lonely. So I dropped her off and I left. And when I was sleeping, I got a phone call from her, from my ex.
Well, you missed out on a great fucking podcast, man.
Man, this man always.
Yeah, we've talked to all the shit. We've gone over the darkest subjects. We talked about Louis C.K. jerking off in front of other people and how Vic apparently watches porn on big screen TVs.
That's the sound clip for the video. Oh, Vic watches.
Whatever you wanted to bring these guys on the show for, we have done the exact opposite.
No, that's what we came for, just talk shit.
In the history of all answers, you have made us dumber.
Vic's trying to get his way out of this, but in reality, he's not getting anywhere.
What am I trying to get out of?
Yeah, how far away from home are you?
I'm like 10 minutes from home.
Guys, are we staying on for 10 minutes for this?
We can say yeah.
We can stay on.
Yeah. All I'm doing is working a competition tomorrow morning. It's not a big deal.
God damn.
Oh, fuck. I mean, do they have? I mean, it's going to take me 10 minutes to get home. That's it.
Okay.
All
Just get
right,
home.
we'll see you in 10
Just
minutes.
we'll see you in 10 minutes. Get home safe. Don't.
Okay. Yeah, it was out of my control, like literally out of my control. You can tell them what I told you, Steve.
It's all right. Focus on
They
driving.
can hear you. I put the phone to the microphone.
Okay, yeah. The kids were in the car. That's why I was freaked out.
I
Oh.
mean, that would be that's a fair assessment.
Okay, are the kids okay?
Yeah, they're okay. It's just a shitty situation. Fucked up.
Okay.
All right. Well,
You take care of them kids.
get home safe.
Yeah, I got them. I'm on my way right now.
Okay, and then definitely don't let the kids in the room when you start up the podcast.
Yeah. That's a definite hard pass on that. Don't let these kids in there.
Okay, so maybe I feel bad for calling them a piece of shit.
You probably should.
That's
and
only gonna last but for so long.
hey man,
Probably
look on.
only my son's 4-ounce bottle that he has. Oh, it's only 2, so the amount that I'm gonna carry is only minimal.
I mean, you're gonna forget in a few minutes when he gets on. You'll give him shit the moment he gets on here.
Yeah, again, we're gonna talk about some shit that we've already talked about on here. It's gonna get super dark.
It's
And we're
also
gonna take an hour and 1 minute to get to
Well-
fucking.
yeah.
you, and I'm like Cinemax, and I'm like the one that
Cinemax.
makes me feel good. Yeah, that's what I fucking think about your list, Vic.
That's nice. I appreciate you too.
All right, while we wait for him,
Okay,
what's your favorite Netflix documentary?
probably the
Go
one.
fuck with cats.
Yes.
I think that one has the best name.
Oh my god, that really does have one of the
That one
best names.
by far has the best name. I think my favorite doc might not have even technically been a doc, but it recapped the entire like history of it. Was the one from Waco, but the one that,
That
had
was recent. That's new, right? That just came out.
There's one that was like it was like an actual like kind of series or like movie that was on Netflix, but it
Okay.
was I think it was just called Waco, but it had like real actors from like they were Academy Award winners, but they went through the entire I think it was a movie. I don't remember it being episodic,
So it's not a documentary.
but it went through the exact same thing as like all the other documentaries go
It's not a
through.
documentary.
Fuck you guys. Okay. That one I think is my favorite. But if I had to guess another one, fuck. Okay, it's also probably not a documentary. Is the what the fuck? Zac Efron version of Ted Bundy.
Oh,
Not a documentary.
Not a
No.
documentary. But that one was historically accurate.
see, I really thought you were gonna pick like Icarus or some
That's
shit.
it's like shockingly evil
Mhm.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the judge's
Steve
Comments.
doesn't watch real life.
Okay.
Make believe.
Okay, my wife watches. I guess one of them that I thought was really interesting was like the Mormon killing
Oh
one.
yeah.
Oh, keep
Mother-
sweet,
No,
pray
it's
and
like
obey.
or something like that.
No, a mother's sin or something like that.
No. That was the one where the mom thought she was God,
Right.
and that one was super fucked up. I would
That one was super weird.
mother for that shit.
All right. Well, I don't get that deep into these
I
documentaries.
don't-
Apparently,
That woman, the woman, was like,
I
each one of her kids, like, you don't understand. I'm here for a higher purpose. The higher purpose was getting some other dude's dick in her. And that was it. She just happened to start having sex with this other guy from church, and all of a sudden,
Was
started
that
pumping
was
her
the one
boobs.
where like she thought her kids were zombies or something?
Yeah, she thought they were fucking demons.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that was
it
weird.
only happened after she started having an affair.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's so
sometimes
exactly
that's
like
that.
the
You know,
The only thing
sometimes
that you were becoming godly of was the other man's pants.
sometimes those relationships will do it to you. You
Meanwhile,
know.
the stepdad in that situation was the real fucking man because he was taking care of kids that weren't even his.
Yeah.
And he was more of a father or a parent to them than their own mom was.
And he got murked.
And he got murked for it too, yeah. That one, okay, so that might.
So that's an actual documentary.
Are you telling me one of your favorites is the Murdaugh one?
Okay, so I did like the Murdaugh. It's not one of my favorites, but I did like it. But I
By the way, do you
probably
think he did it?
oh yeah, dude, he
You
got
think
convicted.
did it?
Yeah.
I think the son was involved.
Buster?
Yeah. There's no kid with the name Buster that lives in the South that isn't up to no good.
Wait, are you so which one are you
Maybe
talking about?
say.
Are you talking about the wife and the son, or are you talking about the kid they found in the road?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. I think I got lost on that one. Is it the wife and the son?
Yo, this is funny.
They got killed.
Okay, so it's not them because they fucking died.
So okay, so the husband, the father, was just convicted of killing the wife and the son like 3
Okay.
weeks ago.
And the son was Buster.
There's two sons. Paul got killed. Buster is gay and killed another.
Oh, it's definitely
Yeah.
Buster.
Yeah, and they reopened the investigation of the kid that they found in the middle of the road. That Buster was named in the investigation like 10 times, but nobody in the police department ever followed up on it. And they just
Yeah,
reopened that investigation.
Getting paid off and fucking doing illegal shit. Yeah, it's definitely Buster. And his name is only Buster because he's busted so many nuts.
I mean, yeah, listen, I haven't liked Buster since I watched the show Arthur. So I get it. So he's guilty. He did that shit.
Oh my God. But no, I really like.
Not because he's gay. I just thought that it's funny that a gay guy's name is Buster.
I think anyone's name Buster is just like, yo, your parents really just like.
They really must have been high. They could not have been.
What do you want to call him? He's some Buster.
I just always think of Buster from Arrested Development.
There.
That didn't come to mind immediately.
I
The
can't.
Arnold
not.
one made a connection really quick.
What?
I was saying the Hey Arnold version of Buster made a connection really quick. Not Arrested Development. That didn't even come to mind.
I think probably my favorite documentary on Netflix, though. I don't know if it's still on Netflix. Icarus.
Well, I was just saying that I think it still is on.
Dude, that is wild. Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You who talks about
Give me a-
steroids all the time will have not watched Icarus. You need to sit down.
You gotta watch Icarus.
Get your ass in front of the
What is
TV
it, a
and
bunch
watch
of dudes
Icarus.
shoving needles in their ass?
No, so it's the guy is he's
Hey,
a
no
cyclist.
spoilers.
Okay, so here's the premise.
Pull the shit out of it.
He is
I'll
he
fucking
is
go
a
watch it.
he is a cyclist. He's an avid cyclist, and he's discouraged about his results and how he doesn't feel like no matter how hard he trains, how hard he gets his diet like in line and his regimen and routine, that he still only makes the smallest of gaps of improvement. And there's people that he's going against. Like this man travels the world to do cycling events, and he's got a full-time job. And
Well, there's
but he's not getting that's his problem right there. You can't have that. But
solve this whole
he-
documentary.
yeah.
Well,
But so he was like saying like, all my blood tests, everything's right. So the premise of Icarus is basically he gets involved and tries to find ways to cheat the doping tests.
Yeah, it starts as him trying to prove that nobody in cycling is actually clean. Like he's basically just trying to prove like here's how you get around drug testing and beat the system.
So how many CrossFit athletes are in this?
Yikes. Yikes.
But it goes off the rails from there.
How many of
Like
them do I know?
what he thinks he's going to make a documentary about is not what he ends up making a documentary about.
Yeah.
And it's wild.
This is almost like what Don't Fuck with Cats seemed like. But they did not expect it to be what it was.
Yeah.
And then when again, another not a documentary, but maybe is Tiger King.
That was a
that is a
documentary.
documentary.
That had the world in a chokehold during the pandemic.
Now let me explain. During my time watching this, I remember it was with my ex prior to meeting my wife, and she wanted to watch this show, and I was like, who in their right fucking mind? Like we saw the trailer, and I was like, you want to watch some fucking white trash version of like, what is it, 48 hours or whatever, like CSI Files or some shit?
Yeah.
This was like some shitty AMC show. And she's like, yeah, but like everybody's talking about it. It's all over fucking social media.
Yep.
One episode in, I was like, no way. Somebody's got to die in this, right? Probably like 3 episodes later, and just somebody caps himself on live TV. It's like, holy shit.
That was the beauty of that whole show, was that it was during a time when no one could do anything else. If that show had dropped before
Now.
the pandemic or like right now, it would be an afterthought. It wouldn't be.
I still don't understand how during the pandemic, with everybody sitting on their asses and all the activism that went on, Carol Baskins never saw a fucking day in court. And we didn't find her ex-husband, quote unquote, until recently. Apparently he's alive.
Excuse me, it's not Carol Baskin, it's that bitch Carol Baskin.
That bitch Carol Baskins.
You cool cats and kittens.
That's how you should start your podcast episodes from now on.
Actually, I can't lie to you. I'm pretty
You
sure.
sound-
She can't sue him if she does. 'Cause that's
No. Hold on. A
No,
second.
I wouldn't start it with you cool cats and kittens. I would start it with, he's a goddamn bitch Carol Baskins.
My company that I work for, actually, she does cameos. And someone in our company was a super huge fan of the show Tiger King. And so as a reward, they bought a spot for Carol Baskins to do a cameo. And she literally did a cameo for us, and they played it on one of our meetings. And I was like, I can't believe we have Carol Baskins
Fire me.
doing
Fire me.
I was like,
Only
wow.
Is that your company's equivalent of a pizza party?
Essentially, no. So this was just like, I guess, something that they wanted to do to
I
like
would rather
something
have the
fun.
dude Jared from Subway on my goddamn commercial.
Oh my god! I wonder what his voice sounds like
At
now.
least that story's got to be better. How the fuck did you lose 280 pounds and get so successful with the company, and then you threw it away with child porn? I mean, like murdering your ex-husband with a fucking tiger. It's a good story, but it begins and ends with the tiger. And the tiger tells the story.
Yeah, it's a real bookend, right? That tiger is. Yeah.
You just put your husband in a cage. That's all that happened. Like, reality-wise,
Oh my god.
if she did do that, nobody would ever know. You could never find that husband's bones.
Yeah.
Tiger would have disintegrated it in its stomach and then shit it out. And then there's a possibility that another animal came by and ate that shit.
That could have been what Lovely Bones would have actually been about.
I mean, my dog eats its own shit sometimes. So lo and behold, that cat may have done the same thing. And then you could have made coffee out of it. If you never had cat poo coffee.
Tanzania Tiger King coffee.
They're bastard coffee. Bob bastard.
Killer husband snatched.
Oh my god! And then people made a song out of that shit too.
Joe Exotic ran for president.
No, didn't he run? Didn't he run for governor?
Or something. He ran for something.
He had a couple of music. He had a couple music videos that looked like '80s renditions of like portraits in live frame. Isn't he still in jail?
Oh shit!
He's here.
Now, right?
It's Carol Baskins.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay, cool, good. I'm making sure I can hear it through.
Goddamn Carol Baskins.
There we go.
I
Okay.
like that, Ken, man. I like that your setup is actually nice. You don't have to hold your mic like a shake weight like Steve has. Steve's got a sick forearm pump by now.
You know the funny thing, Steve has a boom mic too. He's got everything.
Yeah,
He's
I have the fucking boom and everything. I just put it in the drawer, and sometimes I don't pull it out because I don't have a cool backdrop like he does in his office.
He does have
not
a pretty cool
backdrop,
backdrop.
It's just
My backdrop used to be this American flag over here to my side, but I was waiting for legacy flags to fucking send me a goddamn legacy flag. I'm still waiting.
You didn't ever message him back?
Of course I did. I've been texting him every goddamn week.
Was that the first free thing you were gonna get outside of whatever Ken gets that you don't get?
Well, Podium just sent me a whole bunch of shit today. So
Hey, my guy.
I'm sending you a case. I'm sending you 4 cases of NoCo, Steve. So don't worry about it.
You know we love you,
I want
Ken.
the Podium shit. What did you get from Podium?
What do you want from Podium?
3. Yeah, just ask Vic. He's the dude. I mean,
Vic can send you everything.
yeah.
Are you
I got
telling me
3.
I'm on this goddamn show with Vic for an hour and 43 minutes talking about dicks?
Wait, were you really talking about Ellia? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about the dicks?
Elliot was in the
Also,
goddamn-
wait, can we hold on a second? Are we gonna actually put some respect on her name? How are we actually supposed to pronounce your first name? I thought it was Ellia.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah? Okay.
Okay, because
Aaliyah.
y'all saying Elio like Elio Pizza Bites or some shit. And I'm like, yo, what the
you mean like Aaliyah, R. Kelly's
Yes.
Aaliyah?
like Aaliyah? Yeah, age ain't nothing but a number. That Aaliyah.
Oh.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
Queen of the damned Aaliyah.
Oh no.
Okay, so first of all, hang on. So,
Thank you. Get the name right because she's also going to semifinals.
Yeah.
So hang on. So I go through
Mhm.
Vic for Podium shit.
What do you?
Yes.
What do you
Vic
actually
for
like?
pretty
What do
much
you
everything.
actually want? For,
Hey,
not
you
Vic
can't
for
bring up the
everything.
fact that Ken gets free shit, but I
Ken
never
Ken for everything.
Vic and I met when I rode a mechanical shark for Podium.
His name was Bruce.
At WZA, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bruce
my
the shark. You know who I'm talking about, right? The shark
yeah,
Bruce.
Yeah.
Fish are friends, not food.
From
I just said that.
yeah, from Finding
Okay.
Nemo.
Good.
Or from Finding Dory. He was in that too.
Yeah.
Many people don't know that. Low-key funny out.
Many people don't know that.
That's a caffeine-free apple. That's a delicious
Yeah.
Noco flavor.
Okay, actually, my favorite NoCo flavor is the Miami strawberry.
Also very good.
That is pretty good. Yeah, it is
Also
pretty
very
good.
good. I can't lie to you. That's
So what have y'all not talked about?
Where the fuck I'm getting my goddamn podium from? That's
Oh
what
my
we do.
fucking God, Steve! Jesus Christ, you want some podium? I've seen some
I
fucking
feel like
podium.
I feel like that's why he hasn't got anything, because he
Yes,
just
I
gets
really-
all aggy about it. He's like,
right.
I want my shit.
So the reason
He's
why
like the homeless guy in Superbad. Give me the
Oh.
booze, McMuffin.
No, dude. Speaking of homeless guys, so I went and dropped my friend off at Sugar's, right? It's down in Colorado Springs. I think Steve remembers where it's at.
Oh,
Homeless
Sugar?
dude walks up to us while we're outside, like sitting there for a couple of minutes, like right after I had got off the phone with you guys, and he was like, "If you guys value your lives, you'll go inside." And I was like, "What did you fucking just say to me?" And he was like, "If you, I didn't mean any harm, but if you value your life, you go inside." I'm like, "I'll just shoot you." And he was like,
No, that's the dude that be talking about like the apocalypse is coming. He's like,
No,
"There's
no,
something
it wasn't
bad gonna
that. He
happen."
was
He
like,
just
he was
walks
like
the
a,
fuck off.
he was aggressive about it, and then I stood up, and he was like, "Oh, that's a 240-pound nigga." Jesus Christ!
And it wasn't until Ken whipped out his shit that was as big as that man's arm.
Easy. I already listened to the last podcast where it became 3 to 4 different things at different varying sizes. Chill.
Hey,
I got,
we
'cause I got a brand new pistol.
have to.
Oh
We
my
can have all
God.
the questions. Ken,
Yes.
next time a man says that to you, you need to ask him if he wants to get sexually assaulted by you.
That's
I don't
not
say it.
good.
I don't say it like that. I would say it like, so you want
You
me to
don't
fuck
also
you,
want
right?
You're to shoot
Huh?
because that's life threatening.
Oh, yeah, that was life threatening. I was like, dude, you don't want to do that.
That's why I'm saying if you just
I would have emptied the magazine and I would have taken it apart from the top of the slide and just stabbed him with the lower part, the lower receiver handle. Like
Oh,
that
we're
would have
going
been
old
like,
boy on him. Okay.
yeah, we would have just got it done then, because that's personal, that's intimate. You stab a motherfucker, that's like, oh, I wanted to do this. But you shoot someone, you're like, I just wanted to get this over with. You know, I want him to hear me breathe in his ear as he bleeds out slowly.
Yeah, I don't know why I feel like you murdering via ASMR is just a little bit more personal.
This is exactly how it would go. Like I'd go, and he's like, oh fuck, and I'm like, you feel that shit inside of you.
Oh my God.
It's black too. Think about that.
some
Don't they get your undies wet, Vic? That's pretty nice, huh?
I just think about that song. The gun goes.
for some people who can
I'm
seem to be
dying
super,
right now.
like, conscious of themselves to be like really nice people, we get to some fucked up places.
That almost happened to me today because I'm microdosing mushrooms every day, like 1 gram. And today I did 3. And I was like, okay, 3 is too much, because by 12
Why?
o'clock I was in a meeting and I was thinking in my head, like I thought I was just thinking this out, not thinking this in my head, but I was saying it. And luckily my microphone was muted. I was like, man, this is some bullshit. I'm not doing that. That's so fucking stupid. I was like, just sign a fucking document and move on. Take your free government money that you cost your 20% of and do the fucking project. Who gives a shit if NEPA's involved? And he was like, well, you know, I'm not totally sure if the perpetuity of this money is going to remain federal and the
All right,
characterism. I'm like,
infosec.
fuck
Let's
that,
just stop. Infosec.
bro.
See, that's where you unmute it, and then just like all those people during COVID, they forgot to close their laptops. You're like, oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
Or the one dude who got caught prepping to beat his dick and he was on Zoom. Remember that?
Yeah, the one from CNN that kept his job.
No, it wasn't even got him CNN. Let me find that video. This is gonna be great.
I don't want to see the video.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't actually He didn't actually do it.
Listen,
Have you seen the one of the college class where they're all on Zoom?
That's what
And
I'm
he has
talking about.
porn pulled up on the tab.
The guy is doing all that stuff, but then I don't know if it's that one, but he grabs a bottle of lotion, he grabs tissues, his camera's still on.
Yeah,
right?
this is it right here. Watch this.
But all his
Wow.
classmates start freaking out, like trying to yell at him, like, hey.
Like, hey, what are you doing?
I
The
feel
Zoom
like-
dick scandal.
No problem.
Okay,
Go ahead, Sean.
sure. Let's just start off with
Up
January.
there, Mr. Daniel Martinez.
Now,
He
consumer
thought he
spending
muted
is
and turned
up.
off the
I'm
fucking
If you look at
thing.
the graph right below,
Page are we on?
well, the second graph from the top.
And your
He said
Camera
everything up. He's like,
All right.
Lord,
So if you
Jesus,
look,
this one doesn't
we're
have
at
any sound.
0.15% higher than 2000.
let me go to one with the sound because it's so much better with sound. Wait a minute.
I just, I
love
feel
the
like
girl next to her. or next to him.
Slide
It
3 from the
immediately-
PDF I sent you this
Can I
morning.
actually hop
Why
on
does it
this
not have
call
sound?
since I'm not on this account?
It's no problem.
Okay,
Go
cool.
ahead, Sean.
This is weird.
Let's
I
just
don't
start off with
understand.
January 2020. Now, consumer spending is up.
I'm
If you
sorry,
look at the
Sean.
graph right below.
What page are we
Yeah, he's
on?
just getting ready and
I'm
just
sorry, we're on page
ready.
12, the second graph from the top.
Okay.
Danielle, turn your
Here he
camera
goes.
off.
He says,
Right, so if you look, we're a 0.15% higher than 2019.
she's like, what the fuck
we
is he
started this
doing?
quarter off at 2.75%.
She's like,
shit.
who is he masturbating to?
Uh,
And this dude's like,
Daniel.
oh hell yeah, we getting some pornos here, dog. Oh Daniel, someone
Daniel.
cut him
Daniel.
off. Daniel.
Call, Mika,
Oh my God.
you call Daniel on his cell. Call Daniel on his cell. How do we turn this feed off?
Wow.
We
Call him.
can't.
He's like,
Oh,
bro,
hell
bro,
no.
Daniel.
answer the phone.
Oh my God.
Answer.
Daniel is the host.
Answer,
Holy shit.
please.
Dude,
Oh my
every
God.
single person had the greatest fucking reaction.
Remember to keep it safe.
No, this is too much.
And go back like 20 seconds.
How do we turn this feed off?
We're 0.15% higher than
No, of course I
2019.
I just
we
wonder
started this
how
quarter off at
staged
He's a
this
host
actually
with-
was.
Now,
Holy shit.
every
No,
single
dude, that's not staged. That's not it's not an act.
I feel like maybe he did it on purpose, but nobody else was in on it.
Aaliyah, I'm going to show you something. Watch this. As soon
The
as we go to
chick in
the
the
beginning,
middle
right?
is fucking
Watch
weird.
this. So look at this part of his tab when he gets ready to go. Watch this.
Slide 3 from the
Can
PDF I sent you this
I
morning.
actually hop on this call since I'm not
It's
on
gonna
this
flash real quick, like he's
No
trying to
problem.
mute it and
Okay.
turn off
Go
his
ahead, Sean.
camera.
Yeah, I
He
saw
thought
that.
he thought he
Yeah.
did it. He
January
fucked up and he
2020.
muted it. He double clicked it by
Now,
accident.
consumer spending is
I
up.
get that. I
if
feel
you
like
look
he
at the
turned
graph
his camera
right
back
below.
on
Page are we
purpose.
on?
I don't
sorry,
think
we're
he
on page
did. I mean,
12.
he
This
went and
is
got
the
the
graph.
Audio
lotion.
off this thing. I
Danielle,
can't
turn
hear you
your
guys.
camera off.
I know, turn
Right.
your
So if
camera
you
off.
look, we're a 0.15%
Wait, what?
higher than 2019. We started this quarter off at 2.75%.
Holy
You can see the
shit.
bulge in his pants. He already had a semi-hard on. She's like, I'm into this shit. This is gonna be fun.
Daniel, can you do that for us?
She's like,
Daniel.
Daniel.
Oh,
Call
let me
Mika.
Oh my God.
You call Daniel on his cell. Call Daniel on his cell. How do we turn this feed off?
Wow.
We can't.
Oh, hell no.
Daniel. Oh my
She
God.
went, nope.
Daniel is the host. Holy shit.
Chanel's like, peace. I'm good.
So let me.
Oh my
So
God.
let's just,
To
hold on,
like
can-
1/3 the way through the video, and I just want everybody to watch the dude in the top middle.
audio off of
Just
this.
go-
I can't hear this anymore.
Audio.
Wait, you can't hear Vic?
Oh, I don't want to hear it anymore. I can't say this.
Are we on?
Oh, what?
I'm
right
sorry,
here?
we're on page 12, the second graph from the
Turn
top.
off the
Danielle,
volume.
turn your camera off.
I can't hear anything.
Now just watch the Chinese dude or the Asian dude in the middle and the top.
Mhm.
Just watch how he kind of just all of a sudden figures out what's going on, and he calls somebody over.
He's like, what the fuck?
And
Hey, check this out.
Watch this shit.
Yo,
This man, Michael K, is appalled. Sophia's like, ooh, damn, he about to
I
get
think
this
Sophia
shit.
and Daniel are getting married.
Yeah, Mika's like, who he beating that dick to? Oh, we.
meanwhile, Bennett down in the bottom left is just like,
He was just
yeah.
having the time of his life. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
buddy. He's like,
bet
get it.
I bet this
He's like, I
motherfucker.
never thought I'd ever get to see the day where this fucking happened.
Jesus
Happy
Christ.
masturbation day.
That's wild.
Happy masturbation day. Pornhub. It said it ended in Pornhub. This came from Pornhub. Holy shit, my search history is fucked off my computer now.
Listen, the conversation that you started with lets us know that that's a given.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
But yeah.
So wait, hang on. Back to the original story that I was talking about. Victor,
Yes.
how are you associated with NOCO?
I'm not associated with NOCO.
Oh.
Podium. I'm a part of the demo team. So I do stuff. I do stuff with them. So that's I'll be doing a competition tomorrow morning where I'll be sampling and doing all that stuff. Yeah, and so I've done stuff for them. I'll be doing stuff for them at the games this year, and then I did stuff at the games last year with them, and also at Waterpalooza this past year.
Okay, so I will say the only reason why I got on with the podium thing and asking about it, Ken, even though you got a whole fucking case of it, is my buddy had the BCAAs, some of the new
Oh, the
flavors.
salt. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
real good. Shit's a bomb.
Yeah, no shit.
Wish you were here. Ken's like, wish you were here, Steve. he's just constantly playing. It's like, Alexa, play Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here.
There.
You-
Right there.
Hey, you
I
like
had
that?
the-
You like that? Hey, you like Apple,
This
Steve?
one's almost
I had
empty.
the what flavor is that, Ken?
Blue Raz.
Oh,
Okay,
Blue
so I
Raz
had
is
the blue-
delicious.
I had the blue raz, and then I recently had is it watermelon?
Yeah, the
Sour
watermelon's
watermelon, the water,
Yes.
the Sour Patch Kids. Yes,
That's a
delicious.
nigga's dream.
So
I swear to God.
and they were terrific.
So good.
You need to stop
So-
breathing so damn heavy. I need to get your ass in the gym. I don't know what the hell this is going on. Like you step up, you stand up, you sit down, you think about something exciting, you just breathing.
Yeah, I'm like a fat kid that loves cake. Like, oh, cake.
You kind of remind me of the dude from Hey Arnold. He's like, "What's
No, he's
everyone
the-
doing?" And Sid goes silent. He's like,
Was it Eugene breathing? He's a mouth breather. It was
Eugene, yeah,
Eugene was a mouth breather. Aaliyah's like, what the fuck do I say? Aaliyah, say something. I'm just laughing
Okay,
uncontrollably. You're
You
so
can say
red.
fucking
I can't
a
talk
lot.
about Podium because I'm sponsored by UCAN, so that's like taboo.
I mean, you can say something about it. I just won't post this part of it. I mean,
No,
it's just, hey.
no. You can,
No, we
She's
will.
sponsored. She's sponsored by UCAN, and they're also a great. They also have a great company, and they also have some really good products. I met the people from UCAN last year at the games.
Mhm.
They're chill.
Yeah, they're really cool.
They're chill. They're chill people. The thing is, everyone thinks that supplement companies are out to kill each other. And
They're
the thing
not.
is, there's supplement companies within the CrossFit space where it's like, yo, you have good stuff, we have good stuff. Cool. Let's make sure we crowd all of the shitty stuff out.
That's fair. That
I
is fair.
support that.
How about we get the
Because-
tainted shit out? Oh, like
Because that's
C4
all that's all we
tainted.
care. That's
Oh.
all we care about. We're just like, yo, if you have a good product and people like it, cool.
Yeah.
It's like if it's the same with coffee. Like I like multiple coffee brands. I can't just be like, oh, I
Just
only
like
drink one coffee only. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Well,
Just like the coffee
so
sponsor
I
you're running is just now.
I like other supplement companies. I'm just contractually obligated to only talk about UCAN.
Yeah.
Wait, they got your speech bounded too? That's a fucked up. Who's your agent? That person fucked you. You should have let me read that contract because you can say whatever you want as long as you don't go on your Instagram and go,
I
"Hey,
mean-
I'm taking podium." Like, no,
Yeah,
that's
well,
fucked
yeah,
up.
and that's basically
yeah.
what I mean by that. I can talk about other stuff, but
She just put podium shit in the
Yeah, it's put a big podium sticker on top of Elia's like picture in the
oh my
backdrop.
god.
No, I'm kidding. No, we want to fuck that up.
In
No.
her background, where her picture is just a podium poster. And she's
No,
like,
okay, so related to the conversation we were having earlier, I am very big on brand loyalty and I only promote products that I actively use and like. So,
Yep.
So it's not gonna be podium, bitches.
You can too.
It's not gonna be
what? I mean,
can
I've
do
never
it.
tried Podium. I'm sure it's good, but I've just never tried it.
Elia's like, and for that reason, I'm out, sharks.
They gotta. She's like, and I'm out. You
Good
guys are fucked. What is that sleeve on your arm? I like tattoos. I have a sleeve.
Which one?
I mean, either one of them. Let's just see.
Oh,
So-
little flex.
You got both.
Is a rose
hmm
and ballet slippers.
Oh shit.
And
That's
then
magical.
this side is a giraffe.
Damn.
and
That
a
thing's got a
fox.
bigger dick than you can.
You know what's so fuck you, Steve. You know what's cool about that? I'm so black that the tattoos don't really show up that well. So I'm just gonna lay that out there. Red, don't
You
stick
still
to
got
a nigga's skin.
tattoos.
I do. I have like it's all the way up to here.
Did you ever think about putting them in white ink?
That
That
shit
doesn't
don't
hold.
absorb. It doesn't hold.
That doesn't hold.
Yeah, it doesn't
Really?
hold.
Hey, I
Yeah.
got white ink in my giraffe. I don't know.
That's
Oh.
because you're white, Aaliyah. God
Oh,
damn it. It
Aaliyah.
makes sense. It
Elliot,
makes
that's,
biological sense.
ah.
No one else has been giving you shit this whole podcast. Well, I'm here. I'm here to give you shit. You fit lady. Or is
Okay,
that
well,
not? Is that not your? Is that
You
like,
missed out on the first hour and 26 minutes.
what the fuck happened? Like, give me a little synopsis, like a little
No,
one.
I
No,
think
you got to watch the
you
episode.
just gotta go back and
You gotta pump
Fuck
up
you
those
guys.
views.
I have to edit this, so I have to watch it anyways. Not edit, but I have to like turn the gain up and down. in certain
Well,
areas.
okay, so we got Steve got on the Annie Thorzar, Brooke Wells stuff again. Then we talked
they
about
started
TV shows. Yeah, they said we started it. So he's like, I'm reclaiming my time. Spark Notes. He doesn't like my choices for streaming services. Doesn't believe one of them is. Has
Stop.
never heard of Power.
Oh,
He
what?
also
Huh?
doesn't know what a documentary is.
Yeah.
I said I knew
You
your
are not.
documentary.
You're not that retarded. Aaliyah, yes.
Yeah,
I said I knew
honestly,
your
it would have been.
documentary,
It would have.
like,
I feel like his wife added more to the entire podcast this whole time.
Wait,
And
Jess was
she's-
here?
she was able to speak from away from the microphone, and she was killing it. She's like, "Let me save this man. I married him. Let
What's
me
up,
save him.
Jess?
Let me just say some things."
She's like, my
Well,
husband may
I
be a
know
little retarded, but I'm not. He's a good person. He's a smart guy.
I was just saying that I was enjoying Netflix TV shows that resembled documentaries in the sense of being historically accurate.
I'm gonna need you to go to Netflix right now. Tell Jess to go watch Beef. Shit's fucking awesome.
I couldn't get into it.
I haven't seen that yet.
Ali Wong and her road rage. That shit's hilarious. And the way they're trying to get each other back.
Okay, the first like 10 minutes when it's just like a 10-minute road rage scene, I was physically uncomfortable for the entire scene.
Oh, you're an anxious person.
Yeah.
How are you good at CrossFit? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Because you channel the anxiety.
Yeah.
That's why you do. You gotta focus it. It's kind of like Cyclops and Marvel. You have to put the glasses on because if you take the glasses off, the lasers just go everywhere. It's like that.
Oh, so what you're telling me is Aaliyah's a masochist. That's why she's really good at it.
Myself,
I am.
Thanks for that. I feel seen. The story I tell myself is
covering your body and your face. I'm surprised you are seen.
Does it smell?
What does it smell like?
You're drinking whiskey.
I'm drinking whiskey. It's great. It's
I
fucking-
am. I actually drank 2 different ones, and I'll let you know which ones because I think they're cool to talk about if you like whiskey or like trying them. So
Are
this
we
is a
drinking
small.
whiskeys now? Did you send one to Ken?
No.
Oh, I
This
have
is
some of that.
Hudson whiskey. It's a small batch, really cool. It's near me because I'm in Massachusetts. And then this one is slept
Oh, he's
on.
an asshole.
Noah's Mill. You're Connecticut. You're the same thing. Okay, relax, Texan. You're a fake Texan.
You're a transplant. You're an aborted
Yeah.
baby that got pushed out. To,
Yeah, you're like a nomad.
I'm a
swear to-
connecticon.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. You connect. I cut.
Vic, do you like scotch?
I do. I do like. I mean,
No,
the thing
because
is,
it's not in any of his fucking TV shows he watches.
I love Anchorman. Shut up.
and
Um,
fuck you, San Diego. What the fuck did you just say, Ron? No, go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Why would you say that, you poo-poo head?
You poo-poo head? What? He just reads off the teleprompter. He's an idiot.
Guys, come on. You know Ron reads anything off the teleprompter.
You
No.
got bad hair.
So, fun fact. I before the reason why as you guys see, and you look at who's this idiot on Instagram? What the hell is his handle? Is it Off the Vine? You're like, what the fuck's Off the Vine? Well, I'm actually a level 1 sommelier.
Connoisseur.
No shit.
So there was a point in time when I was severely overweight and really into drinking. I know. I don't know how that makes any
When you
sense.
say sommelier, does that mean you're from Somalia?
What the fuck? Oh my god. No, Steve. No, stop. Everybody stop. Steve, what's a sommelier?
This man has the.
Does that have something to do with
dad
making
jokes.
alcohol, I'm assuming?
Your baby's got to get older for you to get your dad jokes
God
up.
damn. Steve, I'm gonna need
You
you,
know,
to read the
there's-
fucking book.
There's a really
I
interesting
literally
documentary.
think about the Somalia thing. I'm not.
Yeah, there is a documentary.
There's a
No,
really
that you can
interesting
watch.
documentary about it, and maybe you would know what it was if you knew what a documentary was.
Oh my God!
She
This
burned
type
your
of
ass.
sun exposure is deadly to someone like Steve.
She's doing what Jess does all the time. She's putting Steve in his goddamn
Oh my
place.
God! Someone get some SPF 100. This man's getting roasted.
Bring out the butter. We're gonna baste this nigga. It's gonna be delicious.
You
love you,
killing
Steve.
and eating people. Just the thing is, I feel like he did that shit.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would. I'm not passing.
He's the Army Hammer of this podcast.
Oh my God. No, so I was a sommelier and I got into it. So I still have like a wine, I have like a wine collection. that
Steve
I
still
keep.
has no idea what a sommelier is, though.
He has no fucking idea what
So
you're talking about.
hey
Nice,
Steve.
Aaliyah.
So
You're
Steve,
dead.
I can I know like the thing is to get your certification you have to know where all the wines are from, types of wine, the grapes, what type of flavors, textures, and stuff like that you're going to get from it. So I can also take some wine. You can pour it in a glass for me. I can sniff it. I can taste it, and then I can give you a pretty good guess as to what it is, how old it is.
Just with men.
What
did you say? Say that
Oh,
again.
say
it again.
Say it when
again,
y'all
bitch.
face
Say it
to
again.
face. Say it when you're face to face, Tim.
Say it with your chest. Say it. Say it, motherfucker. Say it again.
So, as I was saying,
No. What the fuck did Steve say?
he said you can do that with men.
Oh shit.
Very good. It was very good.
This one's black.
I feel like Steve's gonna be the next documentary on Netflix. Like, where did he go? Question.
Prime suspect.
Oh my god! And the intro music to the documentary is the clips. It's just what happened to that boy.
It's just the clips, and then it plays mariachi music, and they're like, "This man is the number one suspect in this fucking thing."
Yeah. So I have.
Vic, can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you taste the difference between tennis ball and garden hose?
Oh goodness, that's hilarious. That's directly from there. That's nice.
Good one.
No, you don't taste the difference between it. It's just a really good way to tell if something's super airy or has like an extra bit of like petrol to it. So it's just another way to describe it.
So is the
like
tennis ball airy?
Yeah. So okay. So
And the
if you
garden
play-
hose is petrol?
Yeah. So the rubber,
trying to siphon something.
garden hoses are made out of rubber. So if you freshly cut garden hose, it smells like straight rubber off the factory after the factory line. So it's closest to gasoline.
Now, what
When you
happens
talk
if there's
about
alcohol?
a tennis ball being airy, if you played tennis, something that a lot of tennis players do as a good luck charm, when you open that can of tennis balls, you smell it. And it's like good luck. And you take I know it's super
That's not
dorky,
what
but
tennis
that's
player does. That's what every middle schooler who ever bought a thing of tennis balls does.
and that's probably where it
rubbing
came
their
from.
nipples
I
and
mean, we're
sniffing
talking about
balls.
huffing, Steve.
Jesus Christ.
You rubbing your nipples and sniffing balls?
Fucking tennis players are like,
So we would literally that's every time we open it, we'd always and we
What
always
Eddie
do that.
Wild fucking shit are you watching?
Who?
Ken. He's like
Rule 30. Look, Steve. Rule 34.
Oh
If
my
you can
God, I
think
need
of
to
it, there's a
stop.
porn made of it. So I'm gonna leave that at that.
All right. Yeah, so you can't I guess technically I can tell the difference, but it's just another describer. It's
All right,
just
so also not to make light of this entire situation,
as
but
you do.
are you able to smell whoever dealt it then and tell the difference?
No, because that would mean I need to have direct access to their asshole.
He'd need to be eating the ass of everybody on the planet.
What?
I'm just gonna say this: if Ken and I both get free access to podium, then you can have access to both our assholes and tell.
I didn't ask for that. I don't want that.
I don't think that Vic wants to see my balloon not up close.
I'm gonna pass on that. Yeah.
I farted the other day, and fuck me, dude. My 4-year-old
Bro, at
looked at me.
TBO
She
when
was
you
like,
farted,
no.
I knew it was you. So actually, yes, you're right, Steve. I can tell when it is who it is.
Vic looked at me. It was post Chipotle. Vic looked at me and went, "Bro, did you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Jesus Christ!" It's like, I know, right? It's so bad.
Very bad. It was very bad.
Ellia, you said Parks and Rec was one of your favorite shows, right?
Yeah.
Do you? My wife is watching this episode. I didn't see it. She rewinded, and it's Chris Pratt drinking out of the water fountain.
Oh, I don't
And
remember
he
that one.
put his entire mouth over the whole water fountain.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to teach him how to drink out of it. So somebody put a cage around the water on top, and then he removes the cage. And...
This is my favorite scene from Parks and Rec.
How the fuck were you this quick about this?
I'm good.
Because she's this is the Kim Kardashian one.
Mighty
The
Ducks.
comeback.
Can you hear it?
Junior. Who
Rocky.
Yes.
Talked about
Kim
this too.
Kardashian.
Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
In the video, she gets
Good,
cum
'cause I
on her
can't.
back, I think.
It's the way that I put my inputs together. Jesus Christ. Kim Kardashian. That's a great comeback story. Can't come on her back. Jesus Christ.
Everyone loves a good comeback story, right? Biscuit, the Mighty Ducks, Robert Downey Jr. Who Rocky. Yes.
Kim Kardashian.
I have a burner Facebook for
In the
stupid
video,
videos.
she gets cum on her back, I think.
He's
All
so
right, we can't play
serious.
this too many times. We're gonna get copyrighted.
The way that Ron Swanson, as soon as he says she gets come on her back and the girl taps him on the shoulder, Ron stops.
He just lost it. That's some fucking method acting right there. That's just some shit you just pop. You go, bam, here you go. What the fuck?
And I've heard that was completely off the cuff. Nobody knew. He never told anybody that joke.
Dude,
No,
nope.
said it out loud.
Dude. Another topic. Okay, Ali, I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. If I make you uncomfortable, you
We
gotta
could
say
have
it.
been uncomfortable an hour. And
Okay, an hour ago. All right, then fuck it. Here we go. You remember Teen Mom from MTV? That show. Yeah, you remember Farrah Abraham?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she did.
Okay, there's a video of her shitting in a jar for a fan, and I mean, like, it's not a short shit. It's a pretty hefty bitch. Like, it's like 2 feet long a turd. So there's a plug, and then there's like 2 feet of turd. I'm like, bitch, did you keep that shit built up inside of you and wait for this very moment?
No,
$5,000.
You missed it.
$5,000.
We were talking. This is exactly how CrossFit athletes could make a fucking living.
Make
without
OnlyFans
contract.
Squishing popcorn under your toes for $5,000.
Yeah. Wait, what?
So, Ken, do you know who Adriana Chekchik is?
No,
Yeah, we did talk about this. It's crazy
All right,
how this
first,
comes
just
full
go ahead and
circle.
Google it. Just don't share the screen. Just go ahead and Google Adriana Chekchik.
Well, it's funny because we also referenced that exact scene from Parks and Rec before you were here.
Exactly.
You're gonna enjoy rewatching this episode.
Okay, she breaks her
So
back
Adriana-
in TwitchCon foam pit. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, so she broke her back in a foam pit. I think at Comic-Con. She thought that there would like foam underneath the rest of the foam, but it was actually it was like 6 inches of foam and then like concrete floor.
And then back breaking shit.
So yeah, so she like jumped off this like tiny little stool.
Would have
and
thought
did,
that
like,
she would
a
have broken her back in
cheerleading
other ways, but
That's fair. That's not the way you want it to break. You want someone to break it for you. You know, you want someone to like.
She was on Two Bears One Cave with Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, and we were talking about originally how CrossFit athletes like all sign these outrageous contracts or whatever for companies they don't believe in, but it pays well, and that's how they make their money and whatever. And I was like, well, somebody like Brooke Wells could just make an OnlyFans and make a killing,
Yeah.
right? And then I got onto the topic that I had listened to an episode of Two Bears One Cave, and Adriana Chekchik was talking about not only did her OnlyFans keep her in business and like keep her income stream steady when she broke her back or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
She was like, I just get requests, and it's not always OnlyFans where it's like I have to post nudes, right? She's like, I get requests for the strangest things you could think of.
Okay.
And
Okay. What? Wait.
it's like a dude who's like, hey, for ASMR, I want you to crush popcorn with your toes.
Okay.
And she, okay. And she named him a price. She didn't say what it was, but if it was $5,000,
Look. It's gonna look. Someone wants to pay me for my shit. I shit for free every day. You want me to put it on camera? That's fine. If
really,
it's
you don't do it on
$500,
company time.
bruh, I will do it on company time and I will make $500 fucking dollars. The other thing is, I've been saying this for fucking years, and I think it's 100% true. Every woman is sitting on a scholarship. It's not one man in this world that wishes he could suck the right tit and be set for life. I swear to God. Like, let's be
my wife
honest.
gets the GI Bill if she wants it.
I mean, that's a bonus for marrying you and, you know, you being in the army. But imagine having a vajayjay, right? And boobs. And like every man, like you are like a drop of water to every man. It's like, and they're thirsty as fuck because, you know, we're thirsty all the fucking time. And we have an unquenchable thirst. Bruh, think about that.
I'm looking for a church near me.
I think if I were a girl, I'd be a whole hoe. A whole ass hoe. Tam can hear me too. Tam, I love you, but if I was a woman, I'd be a whole hoe.
She's like, you already a hoe right now.
She said, okay. Yeah, I'm a hoe for her.
Exactly.
She can have it anytime she wants to. You want some cake, baby?
Didn't we ask you this question in front of Tammy though?
All right, we running. Wow.
You can come in if you want to.
I'm pretty sure when I was there for Christmas break, we were at their house, and I'm pretty sure we had the same conversation, which was like, would you allow Ken to basically have an OnlyFans to do whatever the fuck he wanted if it financed everything? And she was like, yeah, just as long as he like doesn't have sex with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Jess,
It's a package deal. You got to take both of us.
Is Steve really trying to? He talked to his wife about having him start his own Only Feet.
I'll do it.
If it paid the bills.
I'll be the fucking cameraman.
I mean, what? Yikes! This is like Zach and Mary, but it's like Ken and Steve.
If somebody asks for a foot job, here we go. My penis is available. Use your feet, baby. Use your feet. Just no face shots.
In that same Two Bears, One Cave episode they did, Bert calls his wife, Bert Kreischer, and he asks her, like, hey, for the upstart, he wants to start his own OnlyFans, like as a joke or whatever, but he thinks that people actually sign up. And he was like, honey, would you be against me and Tom DPing this porn star? He's like, yes, of course I'm against that. He's like, okay. Hear me out.
What if she jerks
us
off?
For strap-ons.
Oh,
will you still let us do it? And she's like, no. He's like, all right. You hard bargain. Hear me out. What if we let her wear strap-ons? Would you let us do it? And she was like, well, okay. How much are you making? Exactly. There's just like the old saying, every man has his price. Okay. Now, if you walked around and you asked the age-old question of how much money would it take as a straight man, how much money would it take for you to suck a dick? Right? Every guy's gonna be like, oh, the number's too fucking high, or whatever. If you put a stack of cash for $1 million in front of a man and said, hey, all you got to do, put a penis in your mouth, and you get this. There's a lot of men.
Is it recorded?
They would open their fucking mouth.
Is it recorded?
Okay, so
look at how loose these jaws are getting. God damn.
Steve,
They're not loose. They're pretty tight, but you know.
Steve, what's the difference between that and recording a video drinking Monster walking into the gym?
Boom! Get him.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's right.
But now again,
everybody has a price.
Exactly.
Snickers.
But now I'm saying I would not do that. But also to Ken's point, is it being recorded?
I mean, in the case of the Snickers and Monster, yeah, it was.
Why is Snickers bar have a vein?
The difference between that and the Monster thing for Brooke Wells is, am I taking a video of it and then am I posting it on Instagram saying, well, you know, sometimes you win some, you lose some. We've all been here, huh?
Man, listen.
Okay, to be fair,
listen. Do you need a hug from Brooke Wells? Come to the games. Get Brooke Wells to give you a hug, and make it all okay. And by the fact, I get a 2-for-1. I'm gonna get Annie to give you a hug too. She's like, it's okay. I forgive you.
It's
not your fault. It'll be like a Good Will Hunting remake.
Oh,
I also just have to point out, Ken never said whether or not recording it was a deal breaker.
Yeah, because Ken's okay with it.
Ken's completely okay with any of these.
He's like, watch me work. He's like, I'm magic.
Guys, how do you think we thought about financing this podcast going into the future?
I'll have $1 million and you won't.
And all I did was put one dick in my mouth that you didn't.
See, there you go. Perfect example there.
Is
it that bad though? Is it that bad? What is it like? I wonder. I'm curious.
Somebody else is going to do it for that.
Is it like having a blow pop in your mouth?
I know you gotta ask
Ellia.
Wait.
You're
not asking Ellia that question. That's fucked up.
Okay.
Too far.
As that sour
too far as a moderator. Too far.
A moderator? We just talked about a person taking a shit in a jar and selling it.
I mean, some would say that's manure and fertilizer.
Hang on, this podcast has been the place where we purchased a bag of shit and sent it to somebody.
We did.
That is very true. You did
Send
do
it to
that.
Can you tell me who it was to, Vic?
Yes, it was to Hayes.
I just said it.
I knew it was. I already knew because you guys talked about it.
I know how much of a super fan you are of ours.
Super fan. I mean, shit. I'm not like
how many millions of dollars do we have to pay you to get you to do this stuff?
What stuff?
I don't know. What stuff were we talking about?
Butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
I mean, a finger in the butt don't kill you.
No, I've seen that happen.
Have you been a party of that happening?
No, I haven't been on the receiving end.
You should try it. Jess, put your finger in his butt. Put in his pooper. Tickle his prostate.
She's like,
Our
"How
baby-
come that-"
No, go ahead.
Baby is laying on the couch right next to her, so whatever answer she gives, he's gonna fucking dream about. So she better watch herself.
No, fuck that.
That's
That
not
baby ain't
true.
coherent.
Steve's like, "Don't you say it? Don't you say it?" He's like, "Yeah, it's called the Death Star."
Boy, she is finding your balloon knot and putting something special in there. She is trying to just make a balloon animal with that
Just
mother.
so long as it has some drugs with it. Because if I'm gonna put something in my butt, I want at least the drugs that go in your butt, and then it's like you immediately feel the effects of them.
Wow, Steve.
You not know about this?
Wow.
You guys
That's
not know about
crazy.
this?
That's how shit gets deep.
Real deep. Like knuckles deep. I got a long
Yes.
finger, bro. Look at this thing. It's
Yeah, look at
fucking
that.
Jesus.
Knuckles deep.
Oh, my
Good
ass.
God. This man's
That
faster
sounds
than
little
Sonic the
faint.
Hedgehog.
What'd you say, Steve?
It has petite hands. Okay.
Who?
Jess. Her hands
Okay,
are
then it won't be that bad.
Look at that. Steve's already sized her up. He's like, "Yeah, you got small hands. You probably
if I'm
get
getting
like
paid for
like
it, I'm not
three
mad
or
about
like
it.
3 or 4." He's like,
I
"Come
mean, I
over
was
here,
getting
Simon
paid
Pegg
for it.
Jr."
I mean, if I'm getting paid for it, I just want her to have her nails done before it happens.
That's
That way-
fucked up. She can get duty on her nails.
Really?
But
Why? What
anyways,
if she gets
And
you the
if you
fake?
put it in the
What if you get an acrylic nail up in your ass?
and it gets
Breaks
stuck.
off in that motherfucker.
You got to shit that out. That's not a fun
Yeah, I feel like
experience,
that'll
bro.
get shit out in like 45 minutes. I'll just drink a cup of coffee.
But it's gonna
No,
scratch
you
everything on the way
won't.
out.
It's gonna come through with like, oh, good
Well,
God! Like
okay.
it's like asteroid. It just hits parts of the earth and just
Bounces around, just ding, ding, ding. You're like, oh my god, just my
So,
colon.
by the way,
I did not think we were going to be talking about this. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you.
let's establish this. Vic or Ken, have you guys had to go to the doctor yet and watch him put on the glove?
I had to do that every year. I was on flight status for 5 years. They had to put a finger in my ass for my flight physical.
All right, cool. So, at any point, did you feel like you wouldn't have done that for $1 million or more?
Oh, I would have.
Okay.
I also farted every time the doctor pulled his hand out as a fucking act of dominance. I'm not fucking around.
Oh my God! Hey, Trav is on. Look at this man.
Now I gotta ask a question that's related to this, okay? And this is because I've heard this question posed by another podcaster that I watch oftenly, or not oftenly.
Oftenly? Good
Oftenly?
God! I
Yeah,
thought you went to
fucking
school in
word.
Connecticut. This
Jesus
is
Christ,
crazy.
Steve.
That should explain more to you, Vic.
fucking
But the
love
fact
you,
that you were in Texas explains a lot. But that's fine. Go on.
Okay. Everybody's gone through high school. We've all heard the age-old insult of like, "Oh, dude, like fuck your mom" or whatever, right? And it's kind of like a like a one-up, like kind of like a trope for.
I did that.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, just hear me out here, Ken. Do you think, as a male, and Ellia, you can tell me this. We'll ask this from your persona in a minute. As a male, is it more dominating if you were to have sex with one of your friend's moms, or to
Fucking the dad.
fucking the straight dad?
Fucking the dad.
Oh,
in the
I thought
ass.
you were gonna say the friend.
No. No. So if you're like beefing with a friend, do you think it's more dominating to fuck his mom or to fuck his straight dad?
I think if you're watching Euphoria, it's the guy has to fuck the dad.
What the
Sorry.
fuck was that, Ken?
Sweet dear baby Jesus. Oh, I've been rebuilding some stuff on my motorcycle, and I got my clutch levers in.
Oh.
They're short. They're short levers, so I can just use my finger to shift.
Clutch
You
knuckles?
love using your fingers, Ken.
I do. I'm a finger guy. I'm dexterous as fuck. That's a real word.
All right, so let's turn this over to Ellia then. If you're a girl and you're beefing with another girl, is it better to screw her straight dad or her straight mom? Was it more dominating? I guess I should ask.
Wild. This is
I mean, I feel like the most dominating thing in that situation is like turn all her friends against her. Because that's how girls fight.
Oh.
Girls
yeah,
differentiate.
girls are psychological like that. They want to isolate you and shit. They're like, oh yeah, well guess what? No one's gonna talk to you. How do you like them apples?
Jess says you mess around with that same friend's boyfriend.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
think like, well, here's a video of me and your mom getting it on.
Or mess around with that girl's dad or brother.
Brother might be.
Honestly, brother is probably the power move.
Yeah, yeah. You just tell her brother what to do all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so as a
And you got
dude-
then you got like an inside agent. That way, like, oh hey, I want you to fuck with her bed sheets. I want you to mess up her shit. I want you to throw her toothbrush in the toilet, and you got him wrapped around your finger, and now he's just doing all this weird shit.
It's like go to her bathroom and take an upper decker every day of the week.
Oh my god!
I want to see that water brown, baby. Yes, ma'am. I'll do anything for an over the pants hand job.
An over the pants hand job.
Bro, when I was 16, I'd do anything for an over the pants hand job.
I mean,
I was filthy.
oh god, this. Listen, man, I've learned a lot.
This is 2 hours and 24 minutes. Shit, I
dude,
didn't
wait
think I
until
started about.
semifinals. Which one are you going to, Vic? East?
I don't think I'm going to any semifinals, to be honest. I might go to Orlando. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, I got a lot of travel coming up.
Come
I'm
to
not gonna lie to you.
Pasadena.
I'm going to Pasadena. I'll see you there.
I got a
Hell
lot.
yeah.
I got a lot of travel coming up, and I'll see you
Wait,
in
Pasadena,
Madison,
Texas?
Aaliyah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see all you in Madison. Steve, you're coming this year.
So you know exactly why I say that, because your
You better
job is not
fucking
to get to
tell me the
Pasadena. Your
dates,
job
bro.
is to get to Madison. I'm gonna see your ass there. That's where
Alright.
you belong.
All right.
So does this mean you guys are going to try to confront me in front of Brooke Wells and make me say all the shit that I fucking?
No, dog. I sent a couple messages.
No, I'm
We'll bring
gonna
her
walk
over and be
you.
like, "Oh, so you're the little motherfucker talking shit," and then have her snatch you.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk you in front of her.
No, then Vic is gonna give her a strap on.
Ooh. Ooh, she's got some
Yeah,
strong
wants to
hips
see
too. She's
that.
gonna drive it deep.
There'd be a lot of angry men on Instagram.
I'm
that-
honestly just gonna give her a Snickers bar. It's like, show them why you got that money.
Oh shit! But the Snickers bar is brown.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
As
He's
long-
gonna
as
be
long
like,
as
I
the
never
strap
want
on
a
is-
Snicker ever again.
As long as the strap on is just an elongated Snicker, then we're good.
That'd be hilarious. He's like,
I don't think that's the way
"Ah."
that works. I think that the way that works is that you get what you get. You ain't got a choice, dog.
I heard
you
the
bite
Snickers
that chair,
protein
hold
bar is
on, and watch
thicker.
the crowd.
Hey, I've been in the army long enough. I know how to bend over and grab my ankles.
That's fair. That's fair.
true.
I finally
That's-
got it out of my body. It's so nice.
Very true. Steve
The
is very much like an
green weenie.
MRE. He's ready to go at any time.
I am definitely a snack who's ready to eat.
I bet you she's not even gonna spit on it. She's just gonna dry it in there, just dry. She's trying to rip out your colon, bro.
Good God.
Hey, don't worry, she'll ruin that the same way she ruins all her events after the first one that fucked her up.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
I did
Jesus.
I did not say any of that.
He said king size.
No, hey. By the way, Brooke is on our team. By the way, thank you. That's why I've been saying that shit. You need to back up.
Snack. You can defend her all you want because of contracts.
No, it's not even based on contracts. I just think I think we putting these people on a pedestal way too much. Like, just let them get their money. Let them get the money. I don't care. Like, I really don't.
I just think it's dumb when you put certain.
You know what though? You know what I think is dumb? When people think that when people idolize other people outside of their own family or their friends that are actually doing something, and they take that and they base it on the value of, oh, this is what I need to buy, this is what I need to purchase. No. You can have people supporting products and saying, hey, you should do this, even if they're lying or telling you the truth. That's fine. But for you to be like, oh my God, you lied to me. I'm like, bro, I don't even know who you are.
I have a genuine, but I do. Hear me out. I have a genuine dislike for Danny Spiegel, and I'll tell you why. This is why. This is just my own. I'm speaking for self here, 100%.
She curved you in the DMs.
No. Like, I think she has a floppy pancake butt. It's gonna sag. She's one baby away from losing all that ass. It's gonna be gone. She's gonna turn to every middle-aged white woman from the fucking Midwest that hates herself with 2 kids. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Let's just call it what it is. So my issue is that she plays the victim card. Like, if you're all for female empowerment and you're like, oh yeah, I can't believe these people are acting, this way or saying this thing about my pictures or treating me like a piece of meat, how about you put the meat the fuck away? That's the first step.
That's what I have a problem with Brooke Welch.
Yeah, but like, and with that,
the video.
yeah, and with putting the fucking meat away, realize that you are also a fucking animal and we're all animals. If I see something that's attractive, I'm gonna look and be like, oh man, that person's attractive. Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like you're attractive. What do you expect to happen? Biologically, the first thing you notice about someone is how they look. You don't know what their personality is like. I call bullshit on all that stuff, but like, don't be that person that plays a fucking victim. And then every time someone says something about you or goes, hey, why is she doing this, or judges you, you put the art out there to be judged. Like, that's what you did. The shit you put on Instagram is a piece of art. And if you don't want that art judged, fucking keep it to yourself.
Well, the other part that I'll say is the art also contains your performance.
Yeah.
So if your
And then-
performance every year is the same, to include the same inabilities at certain movements or aspects of fitness, and you continuously suck at those, or I say suck, but you're still top 100, top 50 in the world at it, right? But every year you try to rebrand the same, I don't know, bag of dog shit as something that it's not, but you always try to rebrand it as something that's terrific. At some point, the believability of whatever it is that you're doing is gone.
But don't get me wrong, like I understand what Vic is saying, and I totally support that 100% because that's what me and Rashad do. We're like, we want to get you fucking paid.
Yeah, get
Burn,
paid, dog.
Burn
Like-
was like one of our big mentors going into this, and he was all about we need to get these athletes paid. Like they need to be paid for their fucking efforts. So with that being said, something that she did that didn't sit right with me, or she said, was in that interview with the Buttery Bros when she fucking wore fucking lifting the gymnastic
grips.
straps
Yeah,
during the deadlift. Is she was like, well, I'm not in it to podium or win the games. I'm in it to like send a message. It's like don't lie to me. Like I know everyone in the sport is there to make some money and make a name for themselves, but like don't sit there and tell me a
Now
bald
hold up. Now hold up a second. I want to just kind of jump in on this one because now we get into it. It's just fun for me. When I hear someone say something like that, they're thinking in their head is, I don't think I'm the fittest person in the world, and I think that for their own like mental stability, like in terms of being able to perform as best as they can, they're like, you know what? I'm just here to enjoy it and do as best as I can, do like my best.
That's
but
fine.
not even think about trying to win or podium. Like I'm a land where I land. Like when I think about like damn it, Trav. You know what? I'd say I'm coming at your neck right now, but I won't. But no, like I think that I think about like how much pressure it puts on someone when they think, oh, I need to be number one, I need to do this, or I need to be the best possible.
Yeah.
And like I feel like when you get these sound bites, people also like just, I don't know, they
I would say as somebody in it and around it and hearing those things from people that I'm like I actually know well, I think a lot of those comments come from, it's not that they don't want to win, because you don't get to this level if you don't want to win. Like the only reason that everybody at the top of the CrossFit Games is as good as they are is because they either really want to win or they hate to lose, or probably both.
Yeah.
But they make those comments so that when it doesn't turn out their way, they have an excuse.
Yeah, but
and
stop
they don't
being
have to
stop being
face
a pussy
reality.
then. Basically, just stop being a pussy.
So I think one of the things that even I think Ellia is kind of alluding to that Ken and I already sense. Maybe it's the military. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's like it's the bullshit that you can sniff.
Yeah.
And she's like Ellia said, excuse. I think it's either a lack of integrity or it's a lack of like personal conviction for like what you're really doing.
And intelligence.
Well, and I think it's not even necessarily excuse might be the wrong word. I think it's like a defense mechanism.
Scapegoat reason, man.
You're trying to write it off. Like it's not a problem.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is everybody who used to be that in the sport is now gone. Right? Like there's the Jessica Griffiths of the world and shit who were kind of in it, but you knew they weren't really in it to win it. They're gone. To be honest, I think Brooke Wells, because of her abilities, is sticking in it. But I think anybody who follows the sport and who is at the top knows that is a person who's not here to win, to like win. Like maybe there might be a year like this where Tia's pregnant, where she might get a top 1, 2, or 3. But next year, when it's not the same, and it's not like a whoops, it happened. It's when there's expectations, it won't be the same. She'll drop right back down to where she is.
Let let me that makes sense. Let me rewind a little bit. So let's go back to the whole gymnastics grips on the fucking deadlift bar. Let's go there. She did that workout at CrossFit. No, not fuck it. She did all that. She did all those workouts, or she did that workout at CrossFit Invictus, right? CJ was there, Chandler was there, Buttery Bros are there, fucking all the coaching staff from Invictus, which is all mandatory level 2s that are coaches staff there at Invictus. You mean to tell me, like, and Andrew had a good point about this. I actually had messaged him, was like, hey, it was a good video. He was like, yeah. I was like, but you made a good point. And the point is, you think you're so above the rules that I know someone in there told her, hey, you cannot wear that during the event. Or she read it and went, whatever, I'll take the 15% penalty. Like, you have the audacity to think you're above the fucking standard. When you do that, you are dead to me. Like, you could win an event. I'm gonna sit there and go, fuck you. It doesn't matter. You cheated to get here. Because she knew if she got what she get the first time, she got 6 something time or whatever, a 6:48. She's like, 15%. Let me do some quick math here. 50% of that would be like adding a minute and a half. So that puts me at what, like around 8.5 minutes. They gave her what, 9:15. She took 178th in that workout or whatever. She still was on her way to semis. And then she posted the thing unbothered after Andrew called her out in the bullshit, which he does a good job on. So like you're unbothered, but you're setting a poor example for all the young ladies that are out there, 16, 17 division, 14, 15 division, on how to maintain a goddamn standard. And like Steve said, that is part of the military in us, but uphold the fucking standard. Like, you could have done that workout and got a top 20 fucking finish, even if you had not used the grips. You just decide to do what the fuck you want.
She may not be the one that the youngins are necessarily watching.
Somebody's always watching. I had this conversation with Hannah Hardy today. I was like, there was 2 girls in my gym, 14-year-old that aged up to 16 and one just aged to 14, 15. She was like, well, we know Hannah. That's awesome. Because I told them, I was like, I have a phone call with her. And they were like, oh my gosh, she's so amazing. Like, the fact she made it to the games XYZ years ago, that was my reason for starting this. Bro, someone's always fucking watching.
And it creates an environment where, like, if you're trying to get to the top, like, I pride myself in holding the standards. I didn't get any penalties in quarterfinals this year because I never have, because I am like meticulous about the standards and I refuse to let anything jeopardize or tell me that I didn't do something the way that I was supposed to do it. But it creates this environment where it's like, okay, am I ever gonna be at a point where I can move up, or am I just going to continually get beat by the people who skirt the standards? And like, is that the only way to win now?
And that's not fair to you. Like 100% it's not fair.
Matt Fraser, he had once said it best. Maybe it was in our interview with him, but he was like, one of the things that we don't necessarily teach our athletes, but if you get an athlete briefing and there's something that's vague, you can go ask more questions.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you walk out on that floor, you run the risk of either your judge reps the shit out of you, or you skirt the standard and you wait for them to tell you that your no rep is a no rep.
Because it's really not your fault. It's not.
You know that you're getting yourself, instead of to the 90 degree, you're going to 2 degrees shy of it, 3 degrees shy of it. Everybody else is looking at you like, is it? The judge isn't saying it's not. So
I literally had a games athlete tell me, if you are not getting no repped in competition, you're not going fast enough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right?
That's
like,
not
how is that an appropriate mindset?
I mean, what's crazy about that
is my heart can't keep up with that.
It happens in every sport, right? We're like, hey, if you're not pushing the boundaries to the point where they have to change the rules, or you're beating the rules, are you really trying to win? And it's just this cutthroat mentality where we're trying to say that CrossFit is about the spirit of like doing things in the right way, but then it clashes with the competitive nature of like, hey, you've got to do anything that it takes.
And
this isn't even this isn't even about beating the rules or changing the rules. It's about straight up ignoring the rules.
Yeah. And it's about like you this is why they need to make the close delineate. They need to make the very apparent delineation between CrossFit as a sport and CrossFit as a fitness methodology. If you're in a CrossFit class, do the shit to the standard. It's going to benefit you in the long run. If you're doing it as a sport, there needs to be a deviation between that. How they do that is from a conceptual standpoint. Like they need to go, this is the concept of CrossFit as a sport. There's going to be errors in it. It's all subjective and based on the judge's eye. But when you're in class, this is CrossFit as a training methodology. If you do these things to the standard and to this way, like based on an exercise physiology standpoint, which is backed by, then you will get these results. You're trying to maintain a lifestyle. Everyone looks at the games and goes, oh, I should be able to do that. You know, if I keep training hard enough, I can do that. No, that's like the 1% of the fucking population of CrossFit. If 600,000 people have enrolled for the fucking open, or 200,000 people, and only, 40 get to the games, that's less than 1%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like people love basketball, and the rule is 2 steps. More than that is a travel. And how many nights during that season you see people taking 3 steps? Ain't nobody calling that shit.
Well, but the thing that stands out to me that I guess dissolves.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying like this shit happens, and
It
it's
does.
like.
But if you look at the one man, and everybody here can say that I'm fucking
LeBron.
sucking.
No, he's talking about Dick Froning.
I'm
His
sorry.
LeBron.
No, it's Dick Froning.
I know you're LeBron.
If you look at his performances, it erases all of this necessity for fucking drawing. Like, oh, you got to get as close to the line, but don't cross it.
Because he did everything to the standard for the most part. He did.
I watched his ass on team last year. He was getting some of them worm deadlifts.
I'm talking about individual, where it's just him against him.
I'm talking about team too. If you watch his performances, and then you watch the teams next to him, if you think Rich is skirting the line, the other people are crossing the line. And it's not just because I like the guy, but every movement he does it better than everybody else. And it's not because he skirts the line, it's because he literally just does these things fucking more often.
He measures it. He measures it right to. He is the epitome of stopping on a dime when it comes to hitting that. Like he's textbook. Oh Jesus, the bench press. You know what though? That was a bullshit ass standard. To be honest, I'm gonna defend his ass on that one because that's a bullshit ass standard. Tell you got to have your hands closed. I'm like,
they should.
It might be bullshit, but it's still a standard.
It is a standard, but it's a fucked up standard, but it is a standard. So.
All right.
Leave it to Rich Froning to fuck up a standard once he retires.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm defending Rich Froning. I'm getting attacked now. I'm like, damn it, I can't win.
That just goes back to like if you're gonna compete and if you are making the commitment to actually try and move on with your season, you need to take the time to read through the standards.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the issues that people are having with the standards is because they just didn't read it. And it's not that hard. Like
that's what I tell people at work. Read, motherfucker. Read. Like read, motherfucker. Travis put this up there. He says wasn't one of the best movers in the game. All right, cool. Let's do like a thought here, a case study. So LeBron James, you watch him play basketball and you watch Rich Froning do CrossFit. What is a similar LeBron James? So let's go with Steph Curry and Rich Froning. What is the similarity between them? Dude, does anybody know? What do you want me to tell you?
They never stop moving.
Not even just that. That is one of them. The other thing is everything they do looks effortless. And you know why it looks effortless? Because they've done 1,000 million repetitions of it and they have someone holding them to this strict standard. Steph Curry's dad was like, keep your elbows in. He made him shoot until he kept his elbows in for 100 repetitions. Rich is telling himself in his head. Yeah, and his dad was in the NBA. Like Rich Froning.
They're also both juniors because they're both named after their fathers. Steph Curry is actually Wardell.
That's true. That is true. But like I tell people in Barbell Club, I'm like, I don't want you moving like you're doing CrossFit here. I want you to move like you're trying to learn a technique because this is going to carry over to CrossFit. You move more efficiently, you use less energy. So
this other comment here that Rich did what Danny should have done and owns his mistake. The one thing I think that's been seen across the entire platform of CrossFit, including all the way up to the ownership of Greg Glassman, own your fucking mistake. Just say I did it. Ricky Garrard, I think, might be the only dude who actually came out and was like, okay, I took that shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was something else, but I took that shit. And then at the end, he was like, oh, well, I'll serve my 4-year ban. I'll come back. I'll fucking dominate a little bit. I'll break my shoulder and fucking make
If
everybody
he hadn't
fucking...
broke his fucking shoulder, he gave Justin a run for his money at the games. He would have gave him a run for his fucking money.
I think there's an aspect to CrossFit where it will never surpass what it can be, because there are athletes that are constantly looking at it like, I want to be at the top, but I don't know what the exact formula is. So I'm always going to skirt the line. I'm always going to do these things that possibly, because we all know if you go to any drop or any box you drop into, there's somebody who you can almost point out, who is either competitive or thinks they're competitive. But then there's also the people who immediately point out to you that they are not there for the same reasons that everybody else is. Or you could call them the right reasons.
And that's okay. No, there is no right or wrong reason. Whatever your reason is for being there, you own that shit and you don't try to lie about it. As long as you don't fucking lie about it, I'm fine with it. You can be like, I'm here to win a fucking check. Okay, you know what? Go win that fucking check. I'm here to
like, if you walk into any CrossFit gym and you see the one person who's cheating to win the warm-up, essentially, right?
Oh, Jesus
that
Christ.
person puts themselves out there in the first 5 fucking minutes of class.
Well, yeah.
I'm skipping them. I'm skipping
Before
them.
the teacher finishes grabbing the PVC pipe that they don't need, right? You know who the fucking people in the class are, bringing their socks to their knees, being like, I'm going to win this fucking deadlift today. Like, sick, bro. If that's your reason for being here, that's cool.
But that's the thing. Like, if I'm warming up, if I'm doing a class workout, I'm going to go through as much of that warm up as I can. But then I'm like, this is only to get me generally warmed up. There's going to be a specific warm up. That specific warm up doesn't get me specifically warmed up. I'm going to walk my ass to the other side of the gym. I'm going to sit on the C2 bike and get sweaty. And then I'm going to jump into class workout. And I'm going to do everything to standard.
But just in case none of you guys are also experiencing this, I'm now in the dad fitness realm where my warm up is 2 minutes on the Echo bike. And then I'm warm after the first practice rep.
It's like, I'm just ready to go.
Level fitness, get there, because 135 on your heart rate feels like 185.
Dude, I've been there since Isaac was 13.
And there, you're just there because you have sickle cell.
Oh my God, I wasn't gonna say anything. Why you gotta do it?
You son of a bitch. I'm going to shit in your throat when I see you. I'm going to come to San Antonio. I'm going to knock on your door. I'm going to push you down, drop my pants, and take a hot dumpster in your mouth.
You know what's messed up? Steve doesn't
shit about fucking. I'm anemic.
Steve doesn't realize that's a throwback. That's a throwback reference to a diss track on a rap song.
That actually is.
I'm aware.
You aware? You know what song that is?
No.
Ain't you got sickle cell anemia or some shit? You need to back the fuck up or you smack the fuck up. That was Tupac saying that shit to the East Coast. Who the hell was it? Was it the group that Bad Boys had? Ken, help me out, dog.
I don't know. I'm trying to find it now. I was like,
That was the
You're about 5 minutes away from having your black card remote.
That was the Tupac. That was a Tupac diss track to Who Shot Ya. The response to Who Shot Ya. Hit him up. It's like 4 minutes into the song. He's like,
I know the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air did one of those things. It's pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I'm trying to find the other one right now.
And tell me who Tupac was.
Tupac? He's a dead nigga. That's what he is.
Damn.
Is he actually dead though?
He's dead as fuck.
He's
Man's dead as fuck.
like Presley in one of those fucking.
He's headlining at Coachella this year.
Coachella, this man, look, I use the N-word because, you know, I'm black. I'm just calling it what it is. But it fit appropriately because that man was a nigga because he was doing some crazy shit. So there's a difference. There's black people and there's niggas. Niggas are always fucking up shit for black people. You can't have shit. There was a time in my childhood where I would get Christmas presents, and my mom was like, "Don't throw the boxes outside. We got to take them to the dumpster way down the street because people are breaking your fucking house." And I'm getting robbed by niggas, not black people.
You also lived in Tennessee,
Rural Tennessee,
bruh.
On a fucking pig farm.
It was full of niggas. What are you talking about? It's a sharecropping community. What did you expect to happen? They ain't have shit, so they gonna take shit. I remember my cousins getting up in the morning, going to pick cotton on the cotton gin, going to work at the cotton gin. I'm like, it's just the same cycle of fucking slavery all over again. Jesus Christ.
And now look at him. Now he's got Black Panther's Tia Toomey on his fucking wall. What the fuck is that thing on the left?
Oh, that's oh, you don't know what that is?
Oh, is that a circle, triangle, and a square?
That's Squid Game, bro.
Okay, now I see it.
Oh, I can't even see that.
Wait, see, I thought it was a needle for a couple.
Oh, how did we not talk about Squid Games?
Oh, also
Season
one
2's
I
coming.
did not watch. I need to watch it. I did not watch it.
I just like watching the old man laugh as other people die. I thought that was
Didn't he get caught? Didn't he catch a case recently?
something like that.
Yeah.
Old boy
he
caught a
did.
case.
Yes, he did.
He caught an SA
Yeah.
case.
For sexual assault. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to continue the cycle against Asian people, but did you guys see the kid from
I got one in my
Indiana
house right
Jones?
now.
You mean
seen-
Indiana Jones? You mean the one who was in the newest movie that won like 5 different Oscars?
Yes, so the kid from Indiana Jones, right?
The
You know
man.
what I'm into, right? Yes, Dr.
Short round.
Jones, right? He was in the movie Everything All at Once Everywhere or whatever, and he won an Academy Award. But they had Harrison Ford present it to him and like the rest of the cast.
Saw
And
that.
apparently the two of them hadn't seen each other in like 40-something years. And dude, it's like a fucking tearjerker for any Indiana Jones fans.
Oh, Ki-Hu Kwan?
Yeah.
What's his name in that movie in Indiana Jones?
Short round.
Short round.
Short round.
Dude, he sounds the exact same.
Short round?
He's like fucking 30 years older and he sounds the exact fucking same.
That's called being from another country.
No, I'm not, motherfucker, I'm not talking about he speaks the same language. His fucking voice never dropped or anything. He has the same high-pitched voice from when he was a kid.
That's just lack of fucking testosterone. His balls apparently never dropped. Or they
'Cause he
did,
never-
and it just
he-
wasn't far enough.
He never got his hormone monster.
Yeah, he never got it. Oh God,
Dude,
fucking,
we were
he
talking
never
about
got
We were talking
what's his
about
name? The fuck was the hormone monster's name? Mort. Mort.
Maury.
Maury. Yeah, Maury. Maury was making that boy get empty every day. He was like, "Get it, Andrew."
Great show.
You got fucking Lola Scumpy. She's like, "Oh my god, I look like a fucking dumpster." Oh god, Andrew, we rubbed fronts. What do you mean, Jesus?
My favorite part of that show is when she calls him a fucking Brussels sprout.
Yeah, she's like,
Fucking Brussels
Andrew,
sprout."
you're a fucking Brussels sprout.
Jesus.
And
We
he's
had
like,
3 different
huh?
interpretations of that. Neither one of them was that good.
Yeah.
Fucking Brussels sprout.
Fucking Brussels sprout.
Have you just to cap this whole thing off? Have you seen the episode where she's dating the one friend that fucks the pillow?
Yeah.
And
We're going back to this. You really like talking about fucking pillows.
no, I just
did.
forgot.
What's your pillow you like to
I
fuck?
fucked a
Pillow
few
fucker.
pillows in my life.
It was ghost bed pillows. Okay, but no, I forget the kid's name, but he was the one who fucked the ghost or the pillow. But
Between
his
the
mom
mattresses and shit.
like lets him and her kind of like I guess fool around at the house. So they try to throw a party, but he doesn't have a pool. So he breaks the water main in the backyard.
And he stomped down and it became a mud puddle.
The mud between her toes.
Two
like-
of
I was
them are just fucking like making out in the pool, thinking it's like they're in Cancun.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yes, the party is just like look at these two, like what the
Uh-huh.
fuck?
They're
He's
fucking
sucking her toes. He's doing all his neck.
that man licking fucking that man he's into it. He's in for it. Man, he put some toes in his mouth. He'll put his mouth anywhere.
It sounds like haze.
I mean, that's you saw his story?
Jesus.
Yes.
Christ.
That shit was funny. I gave him shit in our group chat. I was like, bruh, you can keep your personal business to yourself. But he was like, it ain't about us. I was like, sure seemed like it. A lot of us think it was about you eating Bree's ass, and it's okay.
As soon as he gets
Good
married,
God.
it's opening up.
Yeah, he's like, I'm an open book now.
Yeah, I think she might. Maybe she's stealing his phone and just posting random shit.
Just back there, going to town.
Why
Proud
do you
of
have
my man.
so many random voices / sound effects? I swear to
Bro,
God, Disney
I can
needs to
do
hire
so
your
many
ass.
fucking voices. I can do Mickey Mouse's voice too.
Whose voice?
Mickey Mouse.
No, I don't want to fucking hear this.
You sure? Oh, come here, Minnie.
All I can
Where's
think about
Donald?
is him doing the
Yeah, I
old
do agree.
school
Mickey Mouse is
Disney
cute.
intro with like Mickey Mouse like rolling the little. All I can think is that. I
I
was like,
think
yeah,
of
that's
Mickey
Ken
Mouse
all
from
day.
South Park. I'm like, he's like, get out there and make my motherfucking money, huh? It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Fuck.
You know what that made me think of? Have you ever seen the dude who dresses up as a clown, and he like walks into like different scenes? They used to be like, I think they were vines, but it'll be like this dude like,
Oh my god, I haven't heard of Vine in a while.
Damn, that's old. So show us your age, Steve.
Ken, look this up before so we can get out of here on a high note. But clown assaulting or like it's clown.
This is a high note.
Yes, it
This
is.
is
It's like a clown
it's
punching.
2023. Low
Wait, this
standards.
nigga's name is
okay?
Doodoo. This nigga's name is Doodoo the Clown.
No, I'm talking about it's a clown. He like walks in, like slaps the shit out of one of his friends, just beats the fuck out of him. But it's like Mickey Mouse is like the overreach of like talking, and it's like oh ho ho, pat, fucking beats the shit out of people. Might be one of the funniest videos from Vine I used to ever see.
Wait. Let me share this screen because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. I'm gonna have to let you
close
kind of
all
help
your
me
tabs,
navigate.
and close all your tabs.
No, that's not it. That's definitely not it. That looks like clown porn.
Bro, this is what I
No.
found.
It's
what did
just
you search?
pulling up results based on his previous search history. So
Oh,
you know.
Jesus.
Oh,
It's
that's
like clown-
nasty.
I mean,
Clown, put it clown punching friends or some shit. I don't know. We'll see if we even get this.
Oh, I spelled that wrong.
No, that's definitely not it. Ah,
Wait a
damn.
minute.
You know what? Why don't you stop sharing your screen until you actually find this shit?
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go to Pornhub and get us
Oh, God,
demonetized.
I'm logging off.
I'm getting out of here. I don't need that in my life. So it was a Vine?
Yeah, they used to be. No, none of these are it.
This one?
No,
Why don't we save this? We got to save
Yeah.
this for another
Let
time.
me say this for another time.
I just have to. I just know that it's like those voiceovers where you like think like one thing's happening, and like this clown just walks in and just starts beating the shit out of people. No, none of these are it. Never mind. I fucked this up.
Sounds like a scene from Jackass.
It does.
Almost. It almost looks that way.
I'm gonna put this way. Speaking of midgets,
Oh,
Yo, fuck out of here. I don't
So,
try to hear this shit.
speaking of midgets,
Keep talking shit.
I was in the gym and there was this very tiny girl there, and I swear to God, I thought she was like 12 years old, and we were trying to give her a pair of Reeboks or whatever because Reeboks sent a whole bunch of
are you
shoes.
trying to get
And I was,
12-year-old Reeboks?
what? Like we had an extra pair of Reeboks and it was the right size, and we were trying to give her Reeboks. This is not some R. Kelly, Bill Cosby shit. I'm not fucking children, man. Jesus Christ.
Also, they're
So,
Reeboks. They're
we're going to
basically
give her
like
the shoes, right? And then I'm getting introduced to her. She's like, "Oh yeah, she's the Air Force Academy boxing shirt." And I was like, "Oh, do you box for Air Force Academy?" She's like, "No, it's my friend's. You know, he let me. You know, I took it from him, whatever." I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, I know how that story goes.
Yeah.
And
like
then
a hoodie.
and she's like this fucking tall. She's like 4 foot maybe. She could file for legal disability and get it based on her lack of height. Her verticality is a fucking crutch. All right, so I'm sitting there talking to her, and I'm like, I look down. I squatted down so I could talk to her because it hurt my neck to look down at her. You know how you kneel down for a small child? That
Alright,
was
we
the
get it.
smallest human being I've ever seen in my life.
You're over here looking like Joe Biden, just looking. Hey, come here, little one. Talk to you for a second.
No, I looked at her. And
you
I was
see
like,
the-
you had to try to do that.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, listen, hey Travis, keep shit on Nike. I want those shoe prices to go down. I'm trying to hit on sneakers, okay?
I have a wife and a child to sleep on the couch. Let's all get out of here. That means we can all go to bed.
Yeah, you gotta go to bed. All right, the babies are asleep and the ladies are asleep.
And Vic is
Aaliyah, you're the only one.
He has somewhere to go.
Yeah, dog, it's almost midnight over here. I need to get my ass to
Yeah,
bed.
you gotta go to fuck sleep. Yeah, go to sleep so you can get up on time. It's been great, guys. I know I was late as
We'll
fuck,
do
but
this again.
It was
but
like
I'm gonna,
2 separate podcasts.
We'll
It
do
really
this
was.
again as soon as Vic sends me some podium.
it's almost 3 hours. It's pretty
Hold it
cool.
up. Hey, first of all, fuck you, Kanye, for making me do this.
My name is Hove.
All right. Hey,
As
guys,
long-
this is one.
I'm proud of
I
us.
really-
We didn't get to the Kanye stuff today, so that's good.
That was also one of my favorite documentaries on Netflix. Genius. Thank you.
I think we should end this with Steve telling us what a documentary is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
come
tell us
on,
what a
Red.
documentary is, Steve. Go
Here we
ahead.
go.
Make
Tell
that
us,
brain
Red.
cramp. Go ahead, Millie's in politics. Hit us. He's gonna chug some water because he's gonna pretty much choke when he does this. Come on, what's a documentary?
You guys can suck my nuts.
I don't want to suck your nuts. I don't want to. I don't like cashews, bro.
Tell Maury to help you drain them.
Fair deal.
That's what he's gonna do tonight. He's gonna go in the. He's gonna go in that's vodka. Is that what you're drinking?
Yep.
Vodka in the bottle, Steve?
I mean, it might be chloroform at this point.
Fuck, you're gonna die. That's what the fuck happens here. You die. Anyway,
Oh my God.
it was awesome having you guys on, man.
Gasoline.
Gasoline. Jesus.
Because they put the wrong water can.
I have so many stories about people drinking gasoline because I was in the army. People are stupid. They can't read.
It's either that or crayons, but
No, that's the Marine Corps.
God damn it! Get
I
your
mean,
military insult.
y'all all look alike.
Just because we all look like broken idiots.
We are broken. Some of us are morbidly obese. But I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put all of your Instagram handles in there. I'm gonna make a special little thumbnail for you guys and then put it up there.
Make sure you tag Podium and Matt Fraser in this.
No.
All right, Steve. Let me try and make sure we get you with what podium you want.
I'm just saying, if you work with them, we probably don't want them here.
What?
A mod balls challenge.
Oh,
What
dude.
the fuck?
That actually, mod balls. Hey, listen, mod balls had a crazy challenge at the game. So like, hold on to a grip bar. That shit hurt.
He's talking about Wadapalooza. So do you guys know Meme for Time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did Mod Balls Chubby Bunny at Wadapalooza.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, go ahead. Elaborate.
Do you know what Chubby Bunny is?
No, much like Steve doesn't know what a documentary is. What's a chubby bunny?
Yeah, pretend we're fucking Steve with documentaries.
right,
Chubby
so-
Bunny, isn't that when you put all the shit in your mouth?
Yeah, you take marshmallows, like the giant marshmallows, and you put a marshmallow in your mouth and you say Chubby Bunny, and then you put another one in and you say Chubby Bunny, and whoever gets the most marshmallows in their mouth and can still say Chubby Bunny wins.
Guys, it's
Oh, okay. So it's like when a squirrel is trying to hoard all the nuts.
Yeah, we got two white girls
Video
putting
recording
nut-shaped
together.
objects in
We
their
asked
mouth.
you
This is great.
I gotta go. I can't stay for all this.
Chubby Bunny, hang on.
Let me help.
Why she put one finger? That's the weirdest thing.
I don't think you can fit that many mod balls. in your
I'll
mouth.
be
Those
ready.
things are
Okay,
solid.
okay. You keep
So,
going, girl. Okay.
Rolo
okay.
and I did Chubby Bunny with mod balls, and there's video on YouTube.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
now you gotta look this up. That's how we're ending this.
So
I want to see Ellia with Chubby Bunny.
I think Roderick won, didn't he?
Bro, I
we
got-
tied.
I got two fat
Tied.
girls. What's something? Okay, so what? Who did it? Who?
Roderick, Meme for
Meme
Time.
for Time.
Mod Balls Chubby Bunny.
It's probably the only thing that comes up if you search Mod Balls Chubby Bunny.
There's just some like
There's Rule
Eastern
34. There's another. There's like another.
Bro, there's a porn of it. It counts.
there's just some Eastern European man doing something.
Chubby Bunny. It's now like a EDM song. Drop Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
That's,
Is
that's
this
the
on
new
his-
Skrillex song.
Is this on
Oh
his
my
fucking
God.
Instagram?
It is on Instagram. It's also on YouTube.
All right.
My dog is officially put up with this, but I can stick around for Chubby Bunny.
I'm
gonna see this.
Vic, it's Chubby Bunny, man. Don't leave now. Don't be a quitter.
I know it gets the people going.
Gets the people going. Dun, 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 dun.
Simmer down, Kanye. We already talked about Volkswagen and the Nazis.
I'll just go to Aaliyah's page and go to her tagged videos, because if she was tagged on the video, it would go there, and then you'd find the link from there.
That is fair. Roger
Although
name is
maybe I'm
pronounced Ellia.
wrong.
That's-
There it is. Yep, I already
Here.
found it. Dude, it took me like 3
I
seconds.
think it's at the end of this video. I
We
just had a
already
link.
found it. You are a shitty behind the scenes man. I know.
How about you fit my dick and balls in your mouth?
I got it right here. I'm already
Once
looking
you
at
got it-
Chubby
once
Bunny,
you
right?
got a
It's
million
the
dollars,
easiest thing. February 2nd.
Right here.
Oh my
No,
god, it
go-
looks like she's good at CrossFit or something.
It's the one where you see Roderick's mouth completely full. There you go. That's the one. Good job.
Hope you guys are ready. I don't know
Proud
how
of
this
you.
is gonna go. Mod balls. Mod
Oh,
balls.
they're putting
This
shit
is gonna
in
be
there.
way harder than I thought. I'm gonna make sure I eat these though. I'm not gonna waste them. Mod balls.
Oh,
Mod
you
balls.
can-
I'm gonna cramp in my jaw. This
Yeah.
is the most
that's what
fitness I've
happens.
done all weekend. Mod balls. Oh, I'm killing it.
His mouth
Mod
was
balls. Are we counting that, Dominic? You're the judge. All right, we'll count it. We'll count it.
He looks like a meme filter.
He's chewing.
I can't do
Cheater.
it. Oh no. Oh no. I
Christ.
can't do it. Mob balls. I did it. There's no way. Mob balls. I'm counting that. All right, count it.
Very similar
Mob
to when kids
balls.
first learn how to dip.
Oh my god. Mob balls. I don't know about this, guys.
Who signed off?
I feel like y'all are suffering from elephantiasis when I see these.
Mob balls. I'm gonna love it.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. We're gonna end it there because that is hilarious.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Now, if you guys stick around longer, we could probably get kind of do that with dicks.
That's the wrong platform.
Okay. Me to
Just
do it
not
with dicks.
one
Okay,
meeting.
that's fair. That's fair. Bitch ass nigga. Okay. Anyways.
I'll stop saying this shit when I start getting the equal amount of shit that
He
you
wants.
get.
He just
The
wants.
equal
He
amount
just
of
wants
shit.
more things.
Most of my things come from the fact that me and Rashad are agents for athletes. And
I know, but you don't happen to tell me when we as podcasters get any of this shit.
that was solely connected to mind over matter, my guy. What are you talking about?
Don't you get
well,
gooder
you didn't say
glasses?
that.
Huh?
Don't you get
You-
gooder glasses, Steve?
I did actually get some good glasses, but that was after 9.5 weeks of us fucking begging them to fucking be our sponsor after they already agreed.
Bitch. You tell
Greg,
me
hey,
that
you
information.
guys already sounded off on how much you guys were going to pay us. You told us you would do it. Now, can we get a return email? It's took them fucking 8
God.
weeks.
Okay, we gotta let Vic go. He's gonna black out. He's not at
Oh,
9:18. He was like, private message, guys. I gotta get the fuck
Yo,
to
I gotta
sleep.
dip. I gotta dip. I'm
Sleep.
sorry, guys.
This
I
girl's
want to
already
do this.
sorry.
I
We
definitely
just-
want to do this. I want to do this again for sure. Actually, talk about TV shows, and not actually, and defend
Let's
my
not talk about your
stance.
Cinemax fucking subscription, okay?
You know what? I'm not talking about your Skinamax subscription. Okay.
It does have softcore
Yeah,
porn.
that's what I'm talking about. I didn't talk about Cinemax at all.
We should
Next
do
time-
this like once every Friday, like every Friday, just see how it works out.
I would rather watch the strippers from GTA 5 than his fucking TV shows.
You would, because you like Friends.
It's because Steve's a closet homosexual, and it's okay.
He's over here. He's gonna get off this podcast and grab his guitar and go, "Smelly cat, smelly cat."
Fucking Friends. All right, Steve, I'm gonna need you to try to fit your microphone in your mouth.
All right, guys. It's been real.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end this.
Thanks for
Peace.
having us.
Oh my